The following episode has been edited to remove all personal information about our guest, such as name, YouTube name, screen name, and location of where they live. Every time we are about to say these things, you'll hear this sound. We are sorry for the inconvenience and hope you enjoy this classic episode. It's that time again for another not-so-normal gaming podcast, featuring your hosts, Mr. Technosqueak.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Nostalgic Dan 1.
Everything I feel is in this sword. Good.
Come on!
And Quick Freeze 4.
Don't worry. I'll handle the bad guys.
This is a podcast you want to listen to, but first, you gotta press start.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Press Start Podcast. This is episode 43, fresh off a little hiatus, but we are back, ready to go again. One of your co-hosts, Nostalgic Dan 1, as always, joined by two wonderful co-hosts, Cliva, Quick Freeze 4. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I missed you.
I
missed you a lot.
It's been a long time.
It has.
That's same with Techno, Mr. Lovable.
I don't miss Techno.
You don't miss
Aww. Well, screw you.
Well, you know what? I accept that.
Okay.
He accepts your screwing.
There you go. It's always nice to screw.
Oh. How are you?
Now I just want to never say that ever again.
Good. It's best not to.
Okay.
You good, Techno?
Yeah. I'm pretty good. Without the screwing.
Ah, that's the best part.
You need the screwing.
I know, right?
Anyways, we're joined by guests, of course, and we're joined by... How are you?
Who likes to screw?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. That
he's
is
down
true.
with that.
And I guess I could say, look at that. Look at that. It's a bad joke. But yeah, so I'm doing pretty good.
So why don't you go ahead and tell the listeners about your channel and what you do?
Alright, well, over on YouTube,
You covered Maids with Balloons.
that is true.
The
I did
greatest
do a video
indie game of all time.
It's amazing in commemoration of the episode 100 of All Gen Gamers, which was awesome.
Yeah, it's big ups to all Gen Gamers. 100 episodes strong. That's amazing, especially for a podcast. It's a very rare sight to see a podcast last that long. So that's awesome for them.
That was a long podcast.
Yeah, one of the
Yeah.
longest yet, but it's so good. So definitely
Awesome.
worth checking that out. So, 4th of July this past, well, actually yesterday, 4th of July yesterday. So how was everyone's 4th of July? Amazing.
Horrible.
Explosions in the sky.
Why
Explosions everywhere.
was it horrible?
Oh my god.
No.
Why was it horrible?
Because I only got drunk. Because...
How was that horrible?
Well, see, I like fireworks, but pretty much all of Arkansas was under a burn ban.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Oh,
That sucks.
did
Yeah.
you screw?
What?
Did you screw?
No,
Bring on
sadly.
4th of July.
It
Oh, that does sound like a bad 4th of
Yeah.
July then. You gotta screw on the 4th of July.
Yep.
yeah. With, under the fireworks.
Explosions.
Everywhere.
All in the sky.
Explosions.
All in the sky.
Well,
All over the place.
All over the place. Breaking out in song and dance.
Look at them. Tap shoes on.
Alright.
Well, let's see. What I did on the 4th of July, let's see. I went to a cookout. Saw some fireworks very early in the day. They started like noon here in like Massachusetts for some reason, which didn't really work very well since it was very
Oh, that's
bright
so
in the day.
strange.
But let's see. Shot a YouTube video, got thrown into the pool, and I saw The Amazing Spider-Man.
Ooh.
How was it?
Okay, well,
Oh, Clive a review incoming.
I'm gonna give you guys a small review on Spider-Man,
Oh,
and
that's a
I'm
good one.
try not to spoil anything. But if you guys are one of those people that don't like spoilers in movies, skip ahead 5 minutes. You guys don't mind, do you?
Nah, I
I don't give a damn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to give no spoilers. It was okay. Like, I'm huge into Spider-Man, and it was okay. It wasn't good, wasn't bad. I don't want to say the movie was kind of boring, but it was kind of boring. Like, I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. They didn't really have anything in the movie that made Spider-Man like Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man, like he has like, you know, the motto, with great power comes great responsibility. None of that. They didn't even mention it once. There was no Daily Bugle, no J. Jonah Jameson. Like, these are core things that make Spider-Man Spider-Man. You know, and I'm just like, what the hell? You know, it's just like, you know, and I didn't really see the actor. His name is Andrew Garfield, I believe. He didn't seem like someone that would be Spider-Man or Peter Parker. He kind of played like a schizophrenic character, and I'm just like, this isn't Spider-Man. He's supposed to be like nerdy and shit, but this kid just seemed all like hyper and nervous and, you know, jumping, and I was like, dude, calm the fuck down. You know, it's just like, I don't know, it was an okay movie. To sum it up, I like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man a hell of a lot better than this new one, but this one wasn't that bad. If you guys are looking for a newer Spider-Man, a different Spider-Man, then go ahead, check it out. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying I didn't really like it as much as I thought I would. So, that's my review, kind of.
There you go.
Awesome. My 4th of July was pretty cool, too. Arizona, we really love fireworks. We have like a lot of places that have different firework displays at different times. So, of course, you gotta have a barbecue and all that. We have a big-ass box of fireworks, because in Arizona you can buy fireworks. You just can't have fireworks that shoot like all the way off, like up in the air. Like, they can kind of shoot low, and then you can have all the sparkler shit and all that. So it was a lot of fun, but pretty awesome. What about you? How was your 4th of July?
Pretty good. Similar to Clive, you know, I did kind of the same thing. And I also lived. I went to the movies as well, and I saw a different movie. I didn't see Spider-Man. I was going to, but I was like, I wanted to see something funny, so I saw Ted, which was actually a pretty good movie. Coming from Seth MacFarlane, I wasn't expecting too much, but, you know, he did do Family Guy in the beginning of Family Guy. It was great, but then it kind of took a turn for the worse. But it's still great nonetheless. And Ted, I was pleasantly surprised. It was funny, but at the core of the movie, there was more of like a love story, a romantic story between Ted and the main character, John, his girlfriend, and then John and Ted. It's like a three-way, threesome. They all screwed. It was a good movie. You know, I liked it. I thought it was funny, and it was actually funny enough that where I was sitting in the movie, they shot scenes of it like 5 feet away, so it was pretty funny. I liked it. It was great. Go see it. And I saw fireworks, and I came back home, and that was about it.
Sweet.
Nice. I definitely want to see that movie.
Yeah, it was great.
The Thunder song?
Yeah, fuck you, Thunder.
Thunder?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. That's a good funny.
I'll say that. But just, I mean, why don't you tell some of the listeners, like, what some of your favorite games are, or, like, just series in general?
Well, I have a lot of favorite series, like, you know, most of the, you know, like, platformers of the past generations, but if I could pick one that I really love in a series that is absolutely my favorite of all time, I would probably have to say Jak and Daxter, along with Techno. But I gotta say something.
Woohoo!
The Lost Frontier is awful. No one buy that game.
Yeah. No,
you know,
Terrible.
it's awful.
No.
Don't do
Terrible.
it.
No, you're saying bad things.
It's awful.
I'm gonna
It's
play
so
that.
It's horrible.
You're gonna play it,
Don't
you're
do
gonna
it.
cry. You're gonna cry, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be bad.
Because just the way Jack looks.
Yeah, it's not even the real voice actor either. I played, I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell? I was like, I want to kill myself. This isn't fun. But
Is it a different developer or something?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Red
Yeah.
Dawn,
Oh, that makes
High
sense.
Impact. I was like, ugh. But if I could choose another series that I really love from this generation, I love Gears of War. Gears of War is awesome. I love it. I'm not really big into shooters, but this is the one I play the most. It's great. I love the third-person games, and it's a lot of fun online with friends.
Awesome. Those some good games.
Awesome.
But we got a lot to cover. I don't know what happened, but man, I swear to God, a lot of the news came out in like the last couple weeks. So I know, Clive, but you got a news story.
Yeah, I just got one, so let me go first. Let's see. Halo 4 is going to require 8 gig hard drive space for online play.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
No, not sweet.
It's not a lot at all.
I love that.
God, you
Let
son
me
of
get
a
my
bitches.
terabyte hard drive out.
Oh yeah, 320.
You son of a bitches. I swear to God. No, but, see, the article reads, Says, after GameStick scrolled through recent products page on Xbox.com, they figured out that the minimum that you are going to need for Halo 4 online multiplayer is going to be 8 gigs. So you're going to either need an 8 gig flash drive or an 8 gig Xbox 360 hard drive. Now, it doesn't clarify which portion of multiplayer is going to require this, but Halo Reach kind of went through the same thing with their co-op. So the option to install games, it's gonna be going away because most 360 owners have a 4 gig 360. Now, me myself, I have like 160 gig, so I'm set, I'm fine. But you know, a lot of people have 4 gig hard drives for the 360. What are they gonna do if they want to play Halo 4?
They need a bigger one, and a lot of people in the 4 gigs is because those are the cheapest models, and it came bundled with the Kinect.
Right, exactly.
So, if they go in there unknowing they're going to try access to multiplayer or something and be like, no, you need to install this for 8 gigs, and they're going to be like, shit, what do I do?
People are going to cry. It's going to be terrible.
Well, the thing that's going to, like, probably hurt people a lot is kids. You know, like, granted, you know, Halo is a mature-rated game. I don't know about Halo 4. They may drop it down to teen, but still, you know, kids are not going to buy a bigger hard drive to play Halo 4. You know who's going to pay for that? Their parents. Are their parents going to pay for a bigger hard drive space so their kids can kill other people online? I don't think so. So, I think it's going to hurt Halo 4 a lot.
Yeah. They got to do some sort of, I don't know, announcement just so more people know.
Yeah. I'm wondering what it is, too. Like, why is it taking up 8 gigabytes, you know? I don't know.
Like,
maybe DLC? I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know. This article doesn't say what the 8 gigs is going to be for, except for it's just the multiplayer mode within Halo 4. It doesn't specify if it's, like, created maps or DLC or anything like that. Or
I think it might be, like, since we're getting towards the end of this generation of consoles, and I was even surprised with Gears of War 3. I don't know how that's on one disc, but maybe with Halo 4, they're going to ship a campaign disc and then a multiplayer disc where they're going to install one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't imagine that the multiplayer would be a whole lot different than what they've done for, like, Halo Reach. So maybe maybe they have a lot of maps, or maybe they have, like, maybe they had that creative map feature in the third one, so maybe they do something like that. I know user maps and all that and sharing, so it's got to be something like that. That sucks. But speaking of installing, a lot of people have been in a rage with Capcom, and Capcom in a great string of decisions. They're having a hell of a year. But a lot of people were anticipating the RE6 demo, which recently came out like this past Tuesday or something. It was for the 360. The PS3 one said it would be released like a month later or something, but the thing is, with RE6 demo, is if you pre-ordered Dragon's Dogma or bought Dragon's Dogma, you got like a promotional code, like a redeemable code, like a lot of people have, and you input that code, and during a certain time, this past Tuesday, you could access the RE6 demo. But a lot of people unknowingly, and rightfully so, because Capcom never said anything about it, were unaware that you actually need the Dragon's Dogma disc, like in your 360, to run the RE6 demo. So a lot of people like might have traded in Dragon's Dogma but held on to the code. They couldn't access it, or maybe if they let a friend borrow it, they have to wait a while, or, you know, a lot of things come up. But it was just, Capcom just never said anything to people that, like, hey, you need the Dragon's Dogma game to run this. And on the, like, little redeemable voucher, it has in, like, tiny fine print that says, you need Dragon's Dogma in order to play RE6. And they've done this before with other games like Bulletstorm and Halo ODST, but, you know, the things with that is they made it aware. Like, Bulletstorm, it had it, like, on the package, you get access to Gears of War. Yeah, and then Halo ODST, you get access to Halo Reach beta. Like, they outright said it, but Capcom never said a damn thing that, like, you need this game in order to play RE6, so.
Terrible.
Unfortunately, a lot of people unaware.
Now, like, is the demo on the disc, or is it like the code? Like, does the code unlock the demo on the disc, or does the code let you download the demo onto your 360, but for some reason you still need the disc.
Yeah, you have to. It's a download. It's like you
Oh, it
get
is? Okay.
you get
So
early
it'll be
access
like on the
to a
main
download.
menu.
Yeah,
Or maybe, yeah.
yeah, and
Terrible.
in order for that to boot, it's got to have Dragon's Dogma in your system. So a lot of people didn't know that. And the consensus for RE6 demo, it's the most actiony one yet. So be prepared. Be prepared. So we'll see. But anyways, on to more news. I know Techno, you got some news.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
About Halo 2.
Yay! Yay!
Yay!
Yeah.
So there is a concrete rumor
This is the best
that
It's the only kind.
that Halo 2 anniversary is in the works.
Woot.
What?
I haven't even beat the first anniversary yet.
Well, you better get to doing that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, according to OnlySP.com, the latest issue of official Xbox magazine, which I never read any of those. I mean, I have issue 1 of Dreamcast magazine.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Those
there's
Dreamcast
your
demos.
Dreamcast placement.
Represent.
Yep. They on the magazine they posted a rumor under their rumor and speculation part of the magazine of what could possibly be a new, Halo 2 anniversary. Here is what it reads. Quote, following the success of the remake Halo Anniversary, 343 Studios has now started development of Halo 2 Anniversary. Unquote. So, yeah. I probably won't buy it because I wasn't a big fan of 2.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people don't like 2 for some reason.
I like 1.
I'll probably buy it anyway, because...
It'll have multiplayer, like updated multiplayer,
I hope
HD.
it's like actual multiplayer, not the Reach multiplayer like the Halo 1 remake did. It was like, here's some more Reach maps. That's fine, but I wish it was like Halo 2's multiplayer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully, that's what here in this story is saying, that hopefully it's, includes all the maps from Halo 2.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
I will too.
I won't.
Oh man.
Also, other rumors listed on the page are Just Cause 4, Saints Row 4, and Valve teaming up with THQ for a new shooter.
Half-Life 3, no. Okay.
I know. Oh man. Come on, Gabe
Half-Life
Newell.
4. They skip over 3 completely.
Yes, just to piss off people.
It's like, fuck you guys. Oh man. Speaking of like HD releases, have you heard this? Knight's Journey to Dreams. The Knight's game from the Sega Saturn is going to be coming to Xbox Live Arcade. And I think PSN, yeah.
And PC for download, which hopefully is Steam.
Yeah, and they had video of it. It looks really pretty, and the only thing they've actually confirmed about it is that you can play the original, copy of it, the actual Sega Saturn version, so you can see how it looks from back then. They haven't confirmed if they're, gonna have any add-on extras, like the Knight's Christmas levels.
Yeah.
Actually,
or
I heard
price.
once you beat the Knights HD, it unlocks the Christmas one.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they haven't confirmed the price, though. I'd assume maybe $10.
Yeah.
But it's a good way. It's a good way for people to play that, because honestly, not a lot of people still have a Sega Saturn. I mean, so many people missed that generation. So many people bought PlayStation 1s instead. So a lot of people missed out on Knights and all that. So it's a good way for them to kind of see what it's all about.
I heard the Knights on the Wii didn't do all that great either.
That one got bashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
Yeah, that's what all the Knights fans say. And another, well, it's not a HD, but if you're a Final Fantasy VII fan, man, you have a PC, but you can't play it any other way. So you can't access it from PSN, or you don't want to get the PlayStation 1 copy. Well, you don't have to wait much longer. Square Enix has finally confirmed after probably the past month or so of going back and forth, like, no, it's not coming out, no, we're not working on it, yeah, we are, no, we're not. So they finally confirmed, yes, it's coming, but the catch is, they haven't confirmed it for Steam. It's not going to be for Steam.
Yeah, it's not going to be,
you can buy it from Square Enix online and you can play it that way, which is kind of weird, but I don't think they confirmed the price either, and they said it's not like an HD like remake or nothing. They're not upscaling it. They're not touching it, so it's pretty much the same game. But they said it would have achievements in it, so there's like 30 achievements to get. So
Sweet.
Interesting.
You know what I did hear about that game? There's something in the game where it's like one click and it refills your health, refills your mana, gives you max guild.
Yeah, it's gonna make it easy.
I think
it's like it makes it easier for like the average gamer or something like that.
People.
Yeah, I think I read that story last week or 2 weeks ago about the guild thing.
Oh right, I think you did mention it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be cool though.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll get it. Like I
don't need it.
I have the actual PlayStation 1 disc and I have it on my PS3. So I don't think I'll get it.
I got the PS1 copy. That's what I've been playing recently. But anyways, so you got any more news, Sigma?
Yes, I do. And this is a rumor. Google is ready for the console market with Ouya.
Ouya.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Sure.
I have no idea.
For the listeners, it's spelled O-U-Y-A. Ouya. This is how
I'm going to call it.
That's the name of the system is Ouya?
Ouya.
Oh,
yeah, Ouya.
I thought that was Techno just doing something like really happy, like, oh yeah!
No, it's, O-U-Y-A.
That's what the system says when you boot it up. Oh yeah.
Randy Savage. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
Macho Man.
Macho Man.
Uber macho.
God damn it. What happens when the minds behind one laptop per child, Xbox, Peak, Color, and IGN join forces? You get the next generation of gaming console, but it is unlike anything that has come out before it. This is rumored to be $99 Android console called Ouya.
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 Just rolls off the tongue.
Will connect to a TV and deliver a completely free gaming experience to everyone. How the hell will this work? Well, for $99, customers will be able to play anything and publish anything so long as it's free. In fact, the AngelList post claims that the hardware is meant to be, quote, to be hacked, unquote.
Yep.
With every customer getting a dev kit with their purchase. We still don't have all the details or even know if this is real, but based on the internet buzz, I bet Google is making this announcement official soon enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty inevitable. It's got to happen. Someone's going to step in, either them or Apple. It's bound to happen.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, for $99 to be able to access, I'm assuming it's Google Play, what used to be the Android market. It's now Google Play. But that's interesting, like, because I've always had the feeling, like, I have my Android phone, but I never use it for gaming at all. I know a lot of people like to play mobile games, but I can't stand playing any games on there, to be honest, but, like, it's still interesting to be able to access that marketplace and be able to throw that up on, like, a HD TV, so,
Yeah.
If you ever had the urge to play Angry Birds on a big-ass HD TV in 1080p, you can do that.
Woo!
Oh, man. 3D even, maybe.
Oh, 3D Angry Birds, best thing ever.
Shit.
And there's like a leak image on here on Kotaku that shows the system. It's like a square box. Like a shiny square box.
I was thinking it would probably be like that OnLive.
Yeah, it sounds like that on live.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't see a controller with it either, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe you use your like iPod or iPad, which would be pretty. I don't know.
that's
I
what I
hate
was
playing
kind of.
games on there.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. It was like because a lot of them are touchscreen, right? So it would
Yeah.
obviously they would either have to include a touchscreen like controller, which would be kind of pricey.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they're just gonna make you like compatibility, like some app that you download for your Droid or iPhone, and then you can run it as like a controller and use your Android phone to control what's on
Well,
the TV.
I don't think you'll be able to use iPhone since it's
Oh,
an
yeah.
Android console.
Yeah. I think
You'd
it might
have-
be like the Smart Glass. You know, Microsoft Smart Glass. I think it's gonna be something like that.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
have to use your Droid. Probably.
Yeah.
'Cause it'd be too expensive to make a touchscreen controller for that price if they're gonna sell it for $99. But it's interesting. It's kind of came out of nowhere too. It's like here's a new console.
Yep.
Oh
So. Woo! Ooh yeah!
Ooh yeah, ooh yeah.
boy. Uber macho.
You gotta get that stuck on my head.
Yep, bro.
Just, ooh yeah.
Yep. So, another news about Capcom.
Oh my
Oh
god.
boy.
Capcom 2 re-released Marvel vs. Capcom, the first one,
Thank God.
which I liked better than 2. You can fucking... I'm putting up my flame shield.
Yoga flame.
Come at me.
Come at me,
bro.
bro.
Oh, jeez.
And Marvel superheroes as Marvel vs. Capcom Origins.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's supposed to be released this coming September on Xbox Live Arcade and PSN for $14.99.
It's gonna have a new online infrastructure for the games. So you can play those online.
It'll have GGPO enhanced online play with 8-player lobbies and spectator mode, HD graphics, challenges, and replay saving.
Nice.
So,
Fighting game fans rejoice.
yep. Woohoo!
Ooh yeah.
Woo! Ooh yeah!
Ooh yeah.
That I just learned like a couple of minutes ago.
Hmm.
Namco Bandai is making Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection.
Peggy
Oh,
12.
man. Peggy Online.
Shit.
Peggy
And
7.
if this is like 3 in HD, I'm just gonna
Ooh yeah.
I'm gonna shit bananas.
You're gonna screw.
You
So I'm gonna
something.
screw. Yep, I'm gonna screw something.
It's not the Dragon Ball Z Connect game. It's gonna be amazing.
Kamehameha.
I'm so ready, dude. Like I played the living shit out of 3. Like the only one person can beat me at that.
And that's
game.
yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Damn
No.
straight. Oh.
Fuck. But yeah, that is all of my news.
Nothing about
Nice.
the PlayStation, but he has something about the PS3.
PS3. Oh, yes. Whoops.
You have to remind him what he
Yeah.
has now.
You have to remind Techno about everything.
God,
Have you stretched
sorry.
lately?
shut up.
Don't forget to breathe.
So, there might be a new PS3.
Ooh yeah.
That I already own one, so yeah.
Yes.
According to the Federal Communications Commission filing, there appears to be a new PlayStation 3 on the horizon. So if, you still haven't gotten a PS3 for God knows why, the model numbers are CECH4000A and CECH4000B. The current model number is CECH3000, so it will be the 4000 series.
So is it gonna be like? I'm guessing it's not gonna be like a bundle, like with a new game like Assassin's Creed, or is it gonna be like physically different? Like, it's probably gonna be like lighter or something?
Yeah, it sounds like a redesign.
Oh
Again.
boy. Ooh yeah.
Well, the FCC label position on the on the 4000 PS3 is different. It says here, while the filing does not specifically mention the dimensions, there have been rumors via Eurogamer of a thinner machine.
Yeah.
Didn't they already do that?
Yeah, that's what it's the PS3 Slimmer. Like that's what they're
Oh
called.
man.
It's like super slim.
I have the slim model, like as they call it, the slim model,
Yeah.
which it actually isn't that much slimmer than the original one. It's still big as hell and still heavy as hell, but
Yeah, I still have the old one, the old 80 gig.
Hey, you
And
guys.
it's ironic.
It works.
You know what? All I'm picturing now is, since you guys brought out Macho Man Randy Savage earlier, and you guys are talking about Slim, I'm just picturing that old commercial of like right into a Slim Jim,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
the PS3 just sitting right there in front of him.
You
Right
kicks
into
it
the
over.
PS3.
There's your spokesmodel right there. Is
Make it happen,
There you
son.
go.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
We're waiting.
Just give us credit for that idea if you use it.
Yep.
But my God, like another redesign. And I wonder because like I don't know, like I've been seeing like this particular image of like a Sony console and it's got like a redesign, like it's not curved, it's completely flat and it's like kind of wide. Because I saw it in someone's video and 3 kilobytes were talking about like PlayStation 4 and all that. And they had these pictures of like this something like it looked like a concept thing, but it was like completely flat. It had like this design that like the disc goes in from the corner, like it's like in the corner, so it's like a box, like a rectangle box, completely flat. It's got you input the disc from the corner, and it's got like this little kind of design, this like curved arch design that leads into the corner. So I don't know, it's really weird. I wonder
Oh
if
yeah, I
that
see
could be
that.
it.
That is weird.
Yeah, so
Ugh.
I don't know, maybe that's something. But speaking of Sony and speaking of PlayStation of all things, so there's been a lot of talk surfacing about, you know, the next generation systems. Are they going to get rid of like trade-ins? Are they going to be like all, you know, digital? Well, recently a new article that came out is from Kotaku says you may already own the PlayStation 4. The sci-fi implications of last night's big Sony Gaikai news. So basically what this comes down to is Sony recently purchased a company called Gaikai. And Gaikai is known for a cloud storage service, cloud gaming, so it's pretty damn obvious that Sony's going to do, you know, cloud gaming. That's going to be majority of, you know, cloud gaming, like the OnLive system where you stream a game, and that's what you do with it. But there's still a lot of rumors that like they're saying that like maybe your PS3 is actually the PS4 because what they would do is update the PlayStation 3 with a new like user interface, new infrastructure, and new PSN store that lets you buy these next gen games, but you just stream them from like I'm assuming the Gaikai service. So and that they would just patch it, update it regularly. Because there hasn't been any confirmations that like they actually make a physical system, because if they make a physical system that obviously means there'd be physical copies for sale, but if they're doing all cloud gaming, why do they need to make a console? They can just like if the hardware can run it. So it's really interesting. And it's really interesting too because I heard recently that there's some like leaked memos from Microsoft, and Microsoft was talking about cloud gaming as well they're just bringing it up, so yeah, I don't know, like, I guess this can kind of lead into a topic. What do you think about, like, all this cloud gaming talk? Do you think, you know, people would buy into it? You think we're ready for it? Do you think, like, the infrastructure of the internet can handle that? I mean, what do you guys think? Me personally, I think the internet, kind of, at the state it is, it's pretty powerful, but I mean, if you look at the OnLive as kind of example, it works, but there's a lot of issues with it still. There's like, you know, frame rate issues, texture issues. It seems like even if you have like a high-end PC that can run that, even on those high-end PCs, it's still struggling to stream like an entire game like that. So I'm wondering, like, maybe, like, if they do this, it'd be a while, like maybe years down the road, because the internet might need to catch up.
Yeah. That's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, if they're doing that, then it's gonna slow like pretty much everything down, and it's gonna be a change. I don't know. I like having a physical copy of something, and I have like all my games and stuff, and I like having the books and the actual things in the case, and I like having them on a shelf. It looks nice. But if you're gonna have everything like downloaded or in a cloud, then what are you gonna do? You can go to your friends and be like, okay, so I just bought like 20 new games and just scroll through them on like a screen. I don't know. It's just gonna be different.
Games I bought recently, and then you just show like the screen, like the list. Like, I bought that game.
Slideshow with some music in the background. Oh man.
Yeah, I would too. I'd rather have like a physical copy. I'd rather have the disc in my hand. Like. I think I mentioned this before with Street Fighter 4, the arcade edition. The DLC came out months before the actual disc came out. Mm-hmm. I waited the months to actually get the arcade edition on the disc because I wanted the disc version. I didn't want to download the DLC,
Same here.
So.
Yeah, it'd be terrible.
The thing is with Gaikai is, apparently Gaikai is actually a really strong service. Like, it's supposed to be like the fastest cloud service thing out there, even faster and stuff like Netflix and all that. So, I mean, Netflix is a good example too, because that's kind of technically an example of cloud movies, like just accessing movies, TV shows, and that's kind of biting the like actual buying movies in the ass.
Yeah.
So.
It is kind of like the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's an inevitability. Eventually we're going to reach that point where there's just no more physical copies. I mean, even slight things like the PS Vita and like those cases only just being cases with no goddamn manual, which pisses me off because I'm like, I want a manual. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's terrible because I just went out and I bought like this whole TV bundle. I'm sure you guys have seen it with Motorstorm Apocalypse and stuff with the 3D, like the Sony TV, and I opened Motorstorm Apocalypse, and there's like a single sheet of toilet paper, and I'm like, what the hell is this? It's not good. I don't like it. It's terrible. That's just me,
I
though.
could wipe my ass with this.
I couldn't even. That's the thing. It's sad. I don't like it.
And to be honest, if that ever happens, like this cloud gaming, I mean, the only good I could see is maybe they drop the price because $60 isn't really justified for something that you get no physical copy of. So maybe they drop it to like $40 for a brand new game that comes out. But it's weird. Like, I would honestly be done with gaming at that point because I'd be like, I don't want to buy a digital game for $40-50 when I can go, back in the past, buy retro games still, get some physical copies. I'd just rather do that and be like, I'm done with the new generation. Can't do it.
You know what? I was just thinking that too. Like, if they came out with a DLC only console or something where you just download the game, I probably wouldn't even pick up that system.
Yeah. Probably same here.
I don't know, because, like, I've been actually thinking about this lately, too, especially with the Wii U coming out. I'm like, granted, I'm not sold on the Wii U yet, but I'm like, do I even want a new system? Like, I'm kind of good with the systems I have now. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like, granted, the Wii U is probably going to have physical copies of discs, but, I'm still even thinking, like, do I even want a Wii U? Like, do I want to get into another generation of consoles? Like, I'm kind of content of what I have now.
Yeah. It's kind of the same situation with me. It's like me and a couple of my friends were talking the other day, and, like, because we're thinking, the new generation is slowly coming in, with the Vita and then the Wii U, and I was telling them, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to, like, accept that as the next generation yet, because how much better is it going to be? Of course, graphics are going to be, it's going to look better and it might look prettier, but I don't have a problem with the, current three systems that are out now, mostly the Xbox and the PlayStation. The Wii is kind of but it's still a good system, it still can do good games like Xenoblade we've seen, but it's just going to be weird taking these new systems in. It will be weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. It's like, well, and that was my biggest thing. When I heard them talking about new systems, the first question that came to mind is like, how much prettier can it look? And I know a lot of PC people jumped on the bandwagon, like, oh, these consoles are shit compared to running, like, on a full-blown PC with super high specs. I'm like, really, dude? Like, I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, it's the gameplay. Like, that's all I care about is the gameplay. Like, that's why I still play, like, PlayStation 1 games and stuff like that. It's the gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. And me and my good friend over on the Xbox, and we always, like, we don't mind PC gaming, but we just hate the people that act towards it because, we've talked to some PC gamers in the past, and they're like, oh, that's terrible, your 6-year-old shitbox, can't run this, but it's like, our 6-year-old shitbox can still run games like Skyrim and Gears of War 3 and Halo 4, and sure, these games don't look as pretty as the ones on your PC, but they're a hell of a lot of fun. It's just like, I don't know, they think graphics over gameplay matters, but I'd rather have a good game with shitty graphics than an amazing looking game with shitty controls, you know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy to think that, like, the technology just keeps improving. Like, it's crazy to think that the 360 and PS3 have been around so long that you can actually tell the difference between a game that came out, like, really early on and then a new game. So, like, you go back and play, like, Perfect Dark Zero on the 360 and then pop in, like, a new game like Crysis 2 or something, and you're just like, wow, is this still the same system? Like, this is incredible.
Yeah, I was saying that like 2 weeks ago. I played Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, just going through it, remembering like a long time ago when it came out like on the PS2, and I played it a lot on there. And of course I went through it to get some achievements and stuff, but I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm playing this on the 360? I was like, it's been a while, since a new system, but it looks weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, it's an inevitability. But speaking of like achievements and stuff, this is going to be awesome news, possible awesome news for all you achievement hoarders out there, all you, like, just, buying cars on the 360 to 1,000 point it just for the achievements. You're going to love this. But it's not confirmed, but it's kind of a rumor right now, concrete rumor. But Xbox Live Rewards program to offer Microsoft points for achievements. This is interesting, but of all the stories floating around the internet today, the one is tailor-made for US from the autumn Xbox Live Rewards program will offer up Microsoft points based on your achievements. Yep, you read that right. While details of exactly how this will work have yet to be announced, the news comes direct from Xbox Live Rewards' Twitter account, and they quote, "Coming fall, a new way to earn rewards based on your achievements," end quote, said the tweet. So nice, eh? So Xbox Live Rewards is a service that offers Microsoft points for doing stuff like questionnaires and subscriptions, buying stuff like on the Xbox Live Arcade. So it's interesting. I mean, like right now, I think the Xbox Live Rewards is like whatever. They give you 20 points for doing a quick little questionnaire, and that adds up over time. But it's like nothing. But I always thought they need like more ways to earn like points and stuff. So, and it's a good way because in some ways this is kind of rewarding the true fans of the system who've been there from day one and all that. Because you can tell someone who's either like owns a shit ton of 360 games or has just played that system for so long. Those are people who have like 25,000 plus gamer score, and well, now they'll be rewarded.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, go ahead, Clive.
I have 57,000.
I have 28 or 26 around there.
Yeah, me and my friends were talking the other day, and he was saying, like, he has like 125,000 gamer score, and I'm not too far behind. I have like 80,000, gamer score points on the Xbox, and are we going to get anything for the points you already have, or is it going to be a specific date from where we, are we going to earn points from here on, or are we going to get points for that 80,000 gamer score we have? I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of a question I had too, is because in some ways it'd be kind of messed up to say, like, it starts here. Like, I think they should just go back and, like, access your account and see, you have this many points, you get this much Microsoft points. So I'm thinking they should probably do, like, tier-wise, like, every 1,000 points you get this many Microsoft points, or, like, you get 20 Microsoft points for every 1,000 or something like that. That way, if you're not at that next tier, say you have, like, 115,600, you get, like, however many points that is, and then when you reach that, like, next 1,000 level, you get more points like that.
Yeah. And also, you got to think of, like, are people going to hack their gamer score with this?
That's what people are saying, too. Is like, there's a lot of people that are saying, don't spoil this for the rest of us. Like, this is a good thing. And anyone who does that it's lame. You shouldn't do that because it'd be, like, ruining something good for, the rest of us. But I'm thinking, too, like, people are going to, like, run out and buy, like, the cheapest, like, shitty games and just, like...
Hannah Montana.
Yeah, the easiest games out there and just 1,000 point...
I've played and gotten a perfect score in Hannah Montana.
Oh yeah, I won't lie. I won't lie, I played Avatar, The Last Airbender,
Yep.
and just pressed B 50 times and got 1,000 points. I was like, shit, yeah, you know.
I did that. I got. Well, the thing is, with Avatar, I did that, but I actually beat the game. I went through and justified myself, so I beat in that game. But yeah, you got Hannah Montana, you got Avatar,
NBA 2K6.
you got that one. You got the Terminator Salvation.
Yep.
You get King Kong.
All the old football games.
Yep. Football.
Even Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown has an easy, 400 points. Now, I just got that, and I'm almost at the total score. I know Jumble Junkie, he's already got all the achievements. I was like, damn, so there's another one.
I think the easiest game I had was NBA Street Home Court. That was
I
so
did that
easy.
one too.
Yeah, it was so easy. Like,
was
easiest
fun,
1,000
though.
points ever. Yeah, it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it while I played. It was really arcadey, but you got like 50, 100 points. Like, every time you did something, it was like, wow. And it didn't take long. Like, I think you just had to beat the game twice.
Oh, yeah, there's another awful game. It's just really bad, but it's called Brave a Warrior's Tale. I think it's like $7, but it has a 500-point achievement for beating the game. What the hell is that?
Wait, Brave Warrior. Is that the new one based on the movie?
No. They're two different ones. That one I heard wasn't too bad, but still a movie game. I enjoy movie games, so I'll probably check it out. But this one, it's old. It's got like N64 graphics. There's nothing wrong with N64 graphics, but this is
Oh, I
the
think I know which
Xbox
one you're
360.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so bad. Go look it up. It's a 500-point achievement for beating the game. Like, oh my god.
That is. It sucks for someone like me, too, because I play RPGs, like, a lot, and anyone who plays RPGs knows those games are probably the hardest to get achievements and trophies in. Like, you can play that shit for, like, 200 hours, and you barely get, like, half of the achievements or something. When,
Final Fantasy games.
yeah, like, there's a lot of games out there that are, like obviously, kind of stingy with achievements, and then there's some that are just, like, will hand them to you for practically nothing. Like, I know the most prime example, and I give it the record for probably the hardest 1,000 point, and that's Earth Defense Force 2017.
Oh, yeah.
There's only 6 achievements in the whole damn game, and all it is beating the game on all the separate difficulties. Now, how's that hard? The game's long as hell. Like, it's 50-plus missions, and it took me at least 20 hours to clear the campaign, and it's balls hard towards the later end. Like, I beat it on normal, and oh my god, it was punishing towards the later end, so I can't even imagine that game on, like, intense difficulty or something.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen, like,
Yeah.
there's only a few people who, like, completed that game.
Yeah, speaking of another hard one is Dead or Alive Extreme 2. That
Yes.
game has, like, insanely hard achievements, and actually one of my good friends, he is, like, one of the 10 people in the world that has 1,000 in that game legitimately, and he did it, and he has, like, because there's different, like, people in that game that you play as, and he has, like, 30 hours for each character, and he 1,000. He's like, yeah, it's ridiculous. I was like, wow, round of applause.
You gotta think of stuff like Dark Souls and all that, like, wow.
Even Max Payne 3 had hard achievements, but I beat that game, and it gave me nothing for it. I was like, what the hell?
It's one of those games. But I'm against this award news. I have a lot of, like, collector edition news. Like, a shit ton of collector edition, limited editions have been announced. I guess I'll start with Dead or Alive, since we just mentioned it. Dead or Alive 5 Collector's Edition comes with art book and swimsuit costumes. Yay. Ooh-yah. There
Congratulations.
you go.
Screw.
Yes!
Okay, so
Techno.
Techno's like, man, I'm going to go pre-order
Dude, I
this shit now.
love Dead or Alive.
He's going insane.
So, Dead or Alive 5 is getting a GameStop exclusive collector's edition, as well as pre-order benefits for those who decide to pre-order from other places like GameStop, Amazon. Tecmo Koei announced details on both of the fronts this morning. Pre-ordering Dead or Alive 5 at GameStop or Amazon, you will get a set of in-game bunny-style swimsuits for 3 of the game's female characters. GameStop pre-orders come with DOA Angels, as they call them, a set of white swimsuits for Kasumi, Li Fang, and Hitomi. Meanwhile, Amazon gets the DOA Devils set, black swimsuits for Christy, Tina, and Ayane. And the collector's edition is more grand. If you buy the collector's edition at GameStop, you get more exclusive swimsuit costumes for every female character in the game, along with a hardcover art book and a soundtrack CD. And also included is a poster, and the entire package comes in a steel case, and that's going to cost $80. And that's GameStop
bro.
exclusive.
Oh, bro. Looks like I'm going to GameStop.
I was just like,
There you
Techno's
go.
like, swimsuit costumes? Fuck yeah.
It's like, hell yeah!
I was like, guys,
gonna-
I gotta leave right now.
Oh man, he's gonna be sitting there playing the game. He's gonna have a soda, throw it at the screen, and go, "Fuck yeah!" It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna go viral.
Shit.
And the next collector's edition, I'm actually really excited about because I haven't played these games, but it's a compilation of, PSN games, and that is the Journey Collector's Edition. Now, this is going to come with Journey, Flow, and Flower, which are all 3 games from that game studio. So this August, Sony will publish Journey Collector's Edition for PlayStation 3 as a retail title in North America.
Oh,
and
yes!
The disc will come with that game's company's latest game, Journey, as well as their 2 previous games, Flow and Flower. Also included on the disc will be, and this is what I'm interested in the most, is like all these damn extras, is a 30-minute behind-the-scenes documentary about the making of Journey, which I'd love to see, and a playthrough of all 3 games with developer commentary, which is also awesome. And the soundtracks for all 3 games, which is awesome as well, along with concept art. So I'm
Did you guys play Journey?
No, and that's why I can't wait for this.
Oh man, I played that, and I played it in 3D. It's amazing. It really is. It's a great game.
How's the 3D effect in that?
It's up to par. Like, it's probably the best I've seen besides Uncharted 3. Uncharted 3 is amazing, and it's mostly the sand effects, because if you guys have played Uncharted 3, you're in the desert, and when Nate, steps, the sand, slides down, and Journey does kind of the same thing, and they're both the best, 3D games I've seen.
Yeah, and this is also because, and also the last thing is the Collector's Edition includes 3 exclusive mini-games developed by that game company, so that's interesting, and the whole package is $30. I mean, that's awesome. That's why I can't wait, is because I haven't played any of these games, even though I've been dying to play Journey. So I'm like, I might as well wait, because you got to figure, $30 would get you pretty much all those games almost on the PSN. So to get a physical copy with a shit ton of extra stuff, especially the, documentary and being able to play through the game with the developers kind of talking you through the game, it'll be awesome.
I think it's even cheaper than buying them all separately. I think they're
Probably.
$15 a piece.
Yeah, so there you go. Like, if you're like me and haven't played any of them, or maybe you just played one of them, it's a really good deal, sounds like. I can't wait.
I'm like you.
Yeah, so technically in the same boat.
Sweet.
So next, well, this is a big one, but I want to just bring up some, they're not necessarily collector's editions, they're just pre-order bonuses that people might forget about. And that is, the last story comes with a 44-page art book, and that's if you pre-order from Amazon and some other places, but it looks like a nice art book. So if you've been interested in the last story, that's a pre-order bonus. The game is set to be released late July, but I don't know, that game's been fluctuating with release dates for so long. I'm hoping it comes out then. And the other thing is Persona 4 Arena is going to come with a arranged soundtrack CD if you pre-order it. And the other one is recently a game that I can't wait for on the 3DS called Code of Princess, which is a Guardian Hero style beat 'em up, like a RPG beat 'em up. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that one.
So Code of Princess, for just regular $40, Atlas is going back to like the old school DS days. They're bringing back the box packages. So
Nice.
For Code of Princess, if you pre-order it, it comes in a box, so you get the game, and you get the soundtrack CD, which they did for like a bunch of DS games where, like Knights and Nightmare, Radiant Historia, Luminous Arc, like they came in these boxes and you got a CD with them too. But the catch is,
Robo.
yeah, and the catch is with this one, you get the CD and an art book, so this is the first time they actually included an art book, so it's like an art book that has the CD inside of it, so it's a pretty sweet deal. And for the same price, like I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering that. And the biggest one, man, I went ooh-yah when I saw this, but this is amazing.
Ooh-yah!
This is
Oh,
amazing.
man.
It's like, how can you make one of my most anticipated games of all time in quite some time even better? You finally announced your collector's edition for it. And that is, well, this one says Europe, but it's officially announced for America too. And that is, we're getting a Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Wizards edition. In Europe and USA, Namco Bandai are releasing what they call the Wizards edition of Ni no Kuni. This is the collector's edition. And it comes with the game, a drippy plush doll, and a golden Might, and a golden Drongo DLC, like DLC code, and most importantly, which is, selling me on the whole thing, the 300-page hardcover Wizards Companion book. If you don't notice, this is the exact same book that came with the DS version in Japan. The reason this is a big deal is because almost all of us thought we would never get this, localized, because, why would they do that? It's 300 pages, and it was all in Japanese, so if they wanted to bring that out, they had to translate the book as well, which is a lot of language, 300 pages, but You can look up videos too on the book to see like exactly how it looks. It's freaking gorgeous, but that's awesome. I always wanted that, and I've honestly been tempted in buying the Japanese version, the import version with the book, like just to have it, but I can wait now. So, and it all comes in like this big ass box that I think has like a flap where, it has everything set up in it. But it's looking nice, and it's as of now it's exclusive to ClubNamco.com. It's a pre-order. It costs $99.99, and with tax and shipping, it's going to cost like $110, $115 around there, which is well worth it. It'd be like the most I spent in quite a while, but I had to have it. It's my most anticipated game, and they just sweetened the deal incredibly. And is it for anyone wondering like how limited this is going to be? Namco hasn't confirmed any numbers, but it's exclusive. Usually, if we know anything from online exclusive, like limited editions or anything, they become really rare, as evident with the NISA sets when they did like Hyperdimension Neptunia Mark II, Adler Metadu. Those costed $65 MSRP. They're exclusive to online. Literally the next week after, they're on eBay for double the price, like $130, $140. I think now they're upwards of like $200. But it's a sign that I'm guessing like maybe a couple thousand. So if you want this, don't wait longer than a month. I'd say the most to be available to is probably for this month. Even though the game doesn't come out till late January of next year, a lot of people are going to want this. I know that. And it's going to be very limited.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered my copy. I can't wait for this game. Like, I wasn't overly excited until I saw gameplay, and just the graphic, like the art style, the Studio Ghibli style, totally sold me on the game.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's done by Studio Ghibli. It looks like a Tales of game at its heart, which makes sense. It's Bandai Namco. It's by Level 5, so it's probably got some incredible writing, which they do for Professor Layton and other games. I can't wait. Like, I haven't been so pumped for a game in a long time, and I was waiting for this. I was so pumped that, like, I read I was on Twitter, and then I saw it, like, pop up in my newsfeed from someone in, like, Europe, and they're like, oh, this is a Wizard edition. I'm like, oh my god, yes. But at the time, they hadn't confirmed it yet for America, so I was like, oh my god, is this going to be one of those, like, awesome exclusive European sets? So I'm like, if it is, I'm importing it from Zavi. Like, I was ready to do it, like, right away, and then later that day, Namco came out and said, yeah, it's for America too. So it's like, sweet. I can't wait.
Have you pre-ordered it yet?
No, I have to wait like maybe 2 more weeks, which I'm kind of worried about. Like, I feel scared waiting any time because I just bought a new TV, so I have to wait. But I got some Persona 4 news, and this is interesting. I got 2 different stories, so let's talk about this one because this is interesting. Persona 4 Arena is region-locked, but online servers are global. Now, what's the big deal about this? The PlayStation 3 version is actually region-locked. This is the first game ever for a PlayStation 3 game to be region-locked. It's not region-locked because of the system. They're region-locking it on the disc. So a Japanese copy would not play in a PS3 system. A European copy won't play in any other system. So it's the first time it's been done for a PlayStation 3 game. Now, the reason Atlas came out and the reason they say they're doing this is because the release dates are so close that they want people to buy the games for their respective countries and all that. But you can still play with each other, you can still play with someone from Japan and all that, but you have to have your country's disc. So, and it's to stop people from like importing it to try and get it like a week earlier, because it's released 1 week earlier in Japan and then the next week it's released in America and all that. So it's so close that it doesn't make much sense to be importing.
Yeah, well, doesn't it? It takes about a week for something to ship from Japan to the United States anyway.
Yeah, and so unless
Makes
you
no
like
sense.
expedited or something, it wouldn't matter. But it's interesting because it's a first. Like, it's never been done before to region lock a game on the PS3, which is interesting. But I don't blame Atlas. I mean, it's a fighting game. Like, really, you can wait like an extra week. I know I can. But here's the interesting thing. I knew Persona 4, like, I was on the fence with this game. Like, I think it looks awesome as a fighting game, but this is just my qualm with fighting games. To be honest, I can't justify spending $60 for, like, a fighting game. It's so, like, there's not enough content for me to justify $60 for a fighting game that I know I'll play on and off. if you're an Evo fighter, I know if you're like an Evo fighter, MLG fighter, top tier, you know, you would really go out there and buy these fighting games full price, and you love it because you can justify that content and you'd play it for weeks on end. For me, someone casual, not so much. But what I wanted to know about Persona 4 Arena for the longest time was, you know, it's a Persona game, it's based off of RPG. How long is the story going to be? You know, because especially with this, it seems like they're actually trying to do something for a change with the story in a fighting game. And Persona 4 Arena's story mode is actually roughly half the size of Persona 4. It's got about 40, 50 hours for the story, which is really interesting.
Fuck.
Because it's a damn RPG, and they say, here's why. They say it's going to slack, and it's not going to slack in the story department. Arc System Works made a single-player story mode with main highlights in BlazBlue. Persona 4 Arena is going to be the same way. One of the creators said, the story mode will be between 30 and 40 hours long. My Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4 save file is over 60 hours on its Persona 4. It's a pretty sizable story component. Each character in Persona 4 Arena has their own story to follow, like Kanji, who is tracking a mysterious man with a red cape. So like all these characters have like an integral story that like kind of wraps them around in the Persona Arena. And if you play through all of them, it's going to take maybe, you know, actually like a couple hours apiece, like maybe 4 or 5 hours per character, just for one character in a story mode. And from what I've seen of like the story sections, it looks like Persona 4. It looks like you're playing like an RPG, so you got like, you know, the character pop-ups, the dialogue box, and they're really trying hard with the story, which is great to hear because that kind of pushes me over the fence to kind of buy this game day one. So I'm actually really pumped. The game looks gorgeous. It looks a hell of a lot of fun, and the good thing is, if anyone doesn't know, even though it's called Persona 4, they still have other Persona characters in there. So they have 3 characters from Persona 3, which I love Persona 3. So they got Akihiko, Mitsuri, and Aegis. And from what I've seen, I can call it right now. I mentioned this on Twitter. Akihiko, I can already tell he's top tier. He's like one of those characters. He's top tier, man. Like he looks overpowered as hell, and like he's like the only one who fights primarily with his fists, but he can still like spam lightning, and he just looks powerful as hell. He's got like
Shy Guy.
Yeah, no, Shy Guy's top tier for Mario Kart 7.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember we used to play races. We fucking had some races where like 6, 7 Shy Guys in the room.
Yep. Oh man, it was a joke.
It was so much fun. I miss my Shy Guy, but I can't wait for Persona 4 Arena. I mean, a fighting game with a really sizable story with some other modes, online play. I can't wait. And it's Arc System Works, so makers of BlazBlue, Battle Fantasia, Arcana Heart. So you know it's going to be quality in the fighting department. And one last news story, and that is, and it kind of caught me off guard, but I knew this would happen sooner or later. If you're an Atelier fan like I am, you would know that recently Atelier Ayesha came out in Japan, like I think last week, a couple of weeks ago. And it's finally been confirmed that the game's coming to the West. So it's been confirmed at Anime Expo panel during a Q&A session that the producer confirmed to fans that, you know, they can expect to see it in the West. But they have to wait at least, you know, 4 or 5 months for more details on the English version. But that's awesome. It's going to be published most likely by NISO, so I can't wait. And if you don't know, the newest Atelier game recently came out May 29th, like a month ago, which I bought. And if you don't know the Atelier series, it's Alchemy RPG. With this one, it looks interesting because it's not part of that trilogy that's on the PS3. They changed it up, and it's a new story, but there's subtle things, like the art style looks a little more darker and like grimmer, and it just looks really pretty. But most importantly, it seems like the music changed. Anyone who's played the Arlen trilogy on the PS3 knows that the series is kind of known for like folky music, like it's got this upbeat folky music, which I love actually, but this one's more like electronic. It sounds more like MIDIs and synthesizers, and it sounds actually really pretty, but I'm pretty pumped for that. I was definitely waiting for this, and hopefully they do like a premium edition or something like they've done. But woo, holy crap, booyah, that's all my news.
Macho Man approves.
What about you? I know you have a news story.
Yeah, I had one news story that kind of really caught my eye, and it kind of brought me back to last episode, like 2 weeks ago, when you guys were talking about, you know, the whole, you know, 3DS XL thing that was obviously going to happen eventually. And, you know, when I first heard of this thing, I was like, okay, this could possibly be like the best iteration of the DS, that is out right now. You can play the original DS games on it, can play the 3DS games, and plus with the bigger screens, the DS games on the 3DS won't look like shit, because if you guys have ever played a DS game on the 3DS, it doesn't look really good. So you got to play them on the XL, the original, or the the DS Lite. But when I first saw pictures of this thing, I was like, what the hell? Nintendo, they screwed up. They didn't put the extra circle pad on it, so you can't play I guess more advanced games or something on it. Like if you want to play Resident Evil Revelations, you would have to play it without the circle pad, which wasn't really a big, it wasn't a big gripe for me. I found it pretty easy to play. Plus, it was, more like the classic Resident Evil games. And I, thought to myself, well, how are you going to use this circle pad on the XL? It's not going to fit, so the things won't screw together. It won't make sense. And, yeah. And I was like, okay, so Nintendo, they're not going to put this thing on the new iteration of the DS, so they're going to have to come out with another one. And so, it was bound to happen. They came out with a 3DS XL Circle Pad Pro thing. There was people talking about it, and I was like, wow, so how big is this thing really going to be? Like, is this going to be like a laptop? Am I going to be I don't know. Why couldn't they just do it the first time? Come on, Reggie. Stop eating cheeseburgers. I know Reggie has some say in this, so Reggie, your body is ready, and you are...
Don.
Exactly. He's a purple Pikmin. He's going to do something. And I just wish that they could do it right. And I love Nintendo. And I was thinking of buying this thing, and now I'm just going to stick with the other one because it works perfectly fine. I just want... Why can't it be built in, Nintendo? Please, can you just do it for once? Like, I don't get it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, and that was the first thing I saw the XL. I'm like, that was one of the first things I thought. It's like, well, the Circle Pad Pro's not going to work for that, so they're going to need a new one. But
right, yeah.
A lot of people say that Nintendo's not actually banking on like 2 analog sticks. Those are only for just a couple games, and they use the touchscreen more as like your second analog stick, and that's kind of been evident all the way back to like the DS when they originally had Metroid Prime Hunters on there, where it was kind of like a first-person shooter, but you used the D-pad and you used the touchscreen to aim and all that. And like Kid Icarus as well, but I don't know, if they make a new Circle Pad Pro, they would have to, because some people would still want it, but it'd be big as hell. It's going to add a lot more weight.
It's going to be ridiculous, yeah.
It's like, really, this is a handheld still? Like, where's the line between handheld and it's just not handheld?
Where's the HDMI out, Like, oh, man.
It's like the Virtual Boy.
It's going to be bigger than a damn...
It reminds me of the Virtual Boy. It's like,
sure.
It's not a handheld, but like, if you could actually technically take it as a handheld.
I think the 3D will look pretty good on it, though. That's the big up, I think.
And the interesting thing is, the screens are like, or the colors that they showed are like, the top screen's actually painted like the same color, which...
Yeah,
all these,
I was like...
Yeah, all these DSs had like the black top, and the reason they do that is because they said that the image quality and the 3D effect is better with a black background. So I'm curious how they changed that. So
exactly, I was like, what the hell? Because I know the guys over on OKS were talking about that, and they were like, same thing with us. Like, why the hell can't it just be all purple or all red? Like, wow, thank you, Nintendo. Thanks for lying to us again. Like, Jesus. Reggie.
Have you seen this image? There's like a mock-up image someone made. It's like an N64, and it's got like the dual pad in the middle and all that.
Yep.
Big as hell. It's like, oh my god. But that's our news. That's all our news. A lot of news to catch up over.
I actually got one more, if you don't mind.
Go. Breaking news.
No, but you were talking about Persona 4, the fighting game, but Evo starts tomorrow.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And if you guys don't know what Evo is, it's this huge 3-day fighting tournament of like almost all the huge major fighters. So you're talking about Street Fighter 4, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, BlazBlue. I'm pretty sure the Virtual Fighter 5 is going to be on there. It's this huge, massive... It's basically like the Super Bowl of like fighting games.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in watching Evo and you don't want to miss it, starts tomorrow. Watch live streams. It's pretty much going to be what I'm going to be doing the entire weekend, is just watching Evo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love to see that too, because I just love to see, really good players fight each other.
Yeah. Oh my god,
It's
I watched
exciting.
last year's, and there was this kid, what's his name? Combo Fiend, I think his name was. Oh,
Yeah.
he was so awesome in Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3. Can't. I hope he's there again. I'm pretty sure he will be, but it's great. I like the Street Fighter 4 myself, but I watch them all.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
It's a lot of fun.
So I don't know exactly what time it starts tomorrow, but I just know it starts tomorrow. So
Yeah. It doesn't go like pretty much all day almost, and then live streams like all day.
Yeah, they do like little like side tournaments and stuff like I said, the major ones are like Street Fighter, Ultimate Marvel's Capcom, Mortal Kombat, and then like the lesser known fighters they kind of throw like in between like the main events. So like the side games are gonna be like maybe
Blaze
Blue, yeah, Soul Calibur, Tekken 6, maybe that Skullgirls or something like that. The
Virtual Fighter.
Yeah, Virtual Fight. All the small fighters and stuff like that. So
should be interesting, exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's all I'm gonna be doing. Just sit here and wait for Evo.
Live. We'll do like the commentary like they do. Like, oh my god, he punishes with the hyper kick. Oh, he's going in.
Yeah.
Ultra combo.
Combo breaker.
I love the announcers too. That's like part of it that I love too, because they get so into it and like. Oh,
they do, yeah.
Wait, is it the same like guys all day, or do they like switch out? Like we're taking intermission.
They switch out.
Okay, good.
They're on shifts.
I was gonna say
Each game.
The time! Who's got the time?
It's
Question time! Okay, we have 4 questions from 4 awesome people.
Yeah.
None of them from Techno, because he's not as awesome. But y'all sad now?
Yeah.
He's crying
Okay,
right now.
Good. Now you can pay attention. All right. Let's see. First question is from Mikey's Monarch, and he asks, if you could promote any past, present, or future game, how would you do so? What would you do? For instance, I would like to hire Keith Avocari to do a dance video to promote Dance Central or promote Sonic. I would have Pete Dorr wearing spiky blue hair and have him run down the hill in a YouTube video.
We talked about what are our promotions. Macho Man, Slim Jims with PlayStation.
Oh man.
You know what? I got it. Games I've been playing recently, I'll just say this right now, is the Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm game, and I want to promote that game so much because I love it, with a huge chocobo race. Like, you know how they ride race horses at the track? Just do that.
Yeah.
With chocobos.
Oh my god.
Real live chocobos, man.
I would do
Down
that.
domination.
Oh, amazing. I want to be one of the jockeys.
Yeah, and they could just sell the game right there at the track. There you go. That's my answer.
There you go.
The only thing I can think of is to promote Tales of Vesperia, because that game sold poorly eventually, and that's part because, let's face it, Namco Bandai is horrible at promoting their games. Like, they need new PR, I swear to God. But, like, even, Kuni, it's like, how do people not know about this game? And that's the lack of promotion. But I would love them to promote Tales of Vesperia, and you have, like, some epic sword fighting going on. You show up to, like, a sword fighting event, and then you can just buy copies. Or I would do Catherine, and then have, like, a stage set up where, like, people actually have to climb, like, these towers of blocks and all that.
That's a pretty good idea.
And at the top is a copy of Catherine. So it's like, if you can make it to the top, you get a free game.
You know what?
That'd be
It
amazing.
sounds like the Ultimate Warrior stuff.
That XT show that used to be on like Spike, where they used to like commentate, and it was really funny. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen that, but it was like a joke show, and they'd have these people like climbing these ridiculous obstacles, and they would have like these 2 commentators who were like Japanese, but
Oh
they
my
would,
god, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that Ultimate Warrior?
No,
Oh.
it's called MXC.
Yeah, I used to watch the show.
Ultimate Warrior or whatever. No, it's Ninja Warrior. That's what it's called.
Okay.
On G4, it was just pretty much a copy of that show that
Yeah,
was talked.
I remember that show. I used to watch it.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking up on Google. It says meat handlers versus cartoon voice actors. That was one of the things.
Yeah, they do commentary that was like so irrelevant. Like they weren't even talking about what's going on at all.
Oh man, I got a picture right here. Holy god.
Yes.
Most extreme elimination challenge.
Like I remember one, they would have to climb like a really shaky bridge while they're getting pelted with like balls, like these machines, this big ass dodgeballs, and they just had to dodge them while trying to go.
This just reminds me of American Gladiators.
FXC is like the stupidest stunts you can do with
It
really
is.
bad commentators that are Japanese with like their mouths aren't even synced up and they're just
Oh fuck!
talking
I
about.
remember this.
Yeah, see, anyone
Look
who
at this.
doesn't remember MXC, I guarantee you probably watched it at some point. Just Google it and you'll remember
That's the
it.
picture Dan was talking about, where they like try to climb
Yeah.
like the boulders, what to kill them.
Yeah.
Loved it. I used to laugh my ass off.
I fucking remember this one.
It's people, the name probably doesn't
Here's a
sound.
better one. Here's a better one.
It's been a while. It's a really cool old show. But it was fun. they would do
Oh my-
and the commentators were like that are a good part. Like here's someone rolling down, getting big ass rocks, big ass boulders, trying to dodge it.
No.
I think those are like styrofoam probably or something. I don't know.
They gotta be,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was funny because it was like they had Japanese people on, but then like it was English dubbed, so like they were like, you know, they made them talk like they weren't saying the right things. Like someone come up,
Yeah.
they say something in Japanese, like I like sandwiches or something. You know, doesn't make any sense. It's like
Yeah.
it's a great show.
It's one of those shows where like their mouths are moving and they'll be like completely moving. They'll be moving like 5 minutes and then they'll just say yes. Like it's random. Like oh man,
I loved it.
one of the best shows
I wish I
ever.
could still watch that. They're probably somewhere. But,
I want to see if they got any DVDs on Amazon or something.
what a
I'll
good-
buy it.
That's what I was just checking.
Stuff I picked up this week. You got like freaking MXC. Oh my god.
I haven't heard anyone talk about this in a long.
It is on Amazon. It's like seasons 1 and 2 for $24. Oh my god.
Oh, holy shit.
The most extreme pack. Shit.
Season 3 is for like $10. Season 4 and 5 is for like $21. That's what.
This is amazing.
That is awesome.
Oh man.
It was a great show. If you haven't seen it, you owe it to yourself to watch a couple episodes.
I wish it was still on because
I do-
it was on Spike. G4 should air it. It'd be the only good thing on G4 besides like Attack of the Show. I don't want to see cops.
Would have watched it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good
That
times.
show went downhill too.
yeah, it really did.
Horrible. I miss the screensavers.
hmm What other shows are on there? I don't know.
X-Play.
Yeah, X-Play. Attack of the Show when it was good.
That's what screensavers was.
Do you guys remember that show Cinematech? It showed like trailer.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they had like a adult type one during the night. I
Mhm.
forget what it was called.
Yeah.
Good times. So, you guys have any answers for the question?
No.
How you would promote a game?
Okay, with do a video with God, I think her name, you know, the girl who dressed up as that was Juliet.
Jessica
and-
Negri.
Yes, as Catherine.
No gap.
There you go.
Amazing.
Maybe she'll
There
get
you
drawn
go.
to Max
Always
again.
pulled out.
Yep.
Oh man, I got one. I have one. Okay, like Katamari Damacy. I could just go outside in the suit and just get a ball of shit and just like roll it around. There you go. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be like a viral video. Oh my god.
Katamari, real life. There
Yep.
you go.
I'm sure it's gonna be
That
done.
would be
Maybe
amazing.
64 guys I think did that.
I could totally see that.
But yeah.
Alright.
Question.
See, next question's from Jake. He says, if you had to murder one of your co-hosts on the Press Start podcast, who would it be?
Techno, I'd break his kneecaps.
Oh.
I'd murder Grimace. That bastard. Like, he's been so quiet on all the episodes. He needs to die. Just put that to rest, finally.
You know what?
Alright,
I would
yeah.
have
Grimace.
to... I would have to kill myself. That way I could come back as a ghost and haunt you guys so fucking much.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
It'll be in our computers,
Shit.
like, fucking it up as we record and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you bastard.
I would just make Techno play The Lost Frontier. That's all I gotta
Oh, that's horrible right there. That
that's
would
about
kill
it.
from playing that.
do. Oh, man.
That sucks. I don't want that. I'd kill Clava with one of his pony acts.
You know what? Fuck you.
BronyCon for the win. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of that BronyCon, I was listening to the All Gen Gamers 100th episode, and everyone thought I went to that.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
They
what the
brought
hell?
up
I was, yeah, it was weird. I
Like,
don't know.
I was in the chat for about like 10 minutes, and then I was like, oh, I gotta get to bed. I'm wicked tired. And then I was listening to it, and like Pete mentioned me and like going to BronyCon. I'm like, I didn't fucking go to BronyCon.
Dude, I would have probably went. That'd been awesome. I don't care.
Well, they're
I-
talking about
No,
bronies.
Boosie went to BronyCon.
Oh,
Sure.
I know, he's a big brony too. Yeah. But he was talking like, he mentioned your name when they were talking about bronies, and they're talking like how there's a stigma with it, but it's not really too different from people who used to watch like other weird shows like Strawberry Shortcake and, you know, Jam and the Holograms and stuff like that. Like weird shows, and it's no real
Oh yeah, I
different
know.
from that.
I listened to the whole podcast. I know, but
Yeah, it was weird. Then they started like talking about how bronies and furries were alike, and then they started talking about how they were. I was like, no. I was like, they're definitely not alike. They're two different
Furries.
cultures completely.
Yeah,
I know.
all that BronyCon.
I was listening to that podcast during work, and I'm like laughing my ass off.
I gotta give the bronies credit because I swear to God, I don't know what this is, but I swear to God, every Humble Indie bundle that comes out, the #1 donator is some group called the Humble Brony Group.
Yeah,
they
do.
always
They
donate
do.
like thousands. I'm like, wow.
So much money, they do. They
So-
really do.
Like for the longest time, no one's ever donated more than like Mojang. He was like always the top donator. Mojang obviously made Minecraft, but he was always the top donator for like all the Humble Indie bundles. But then here's this Humble Brony Group who comes in donating thousands every time. It's really funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of brony groups that like donate tons and tons of monies to like cure different diseases and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So, like I hear a lot of people like, you know, diss bronies and like put them down, but like, they do a lot for different like communities and different people, and especially with those who have like illnesses and stuff. So like, make fun of them all you want, but they're showing their true colors.
Big ups to the bronies. They're proud people and they acknowledge it.
Yeah. So,
Big ups, bronies. Big ups. But yeah.
So I did not go to BronyCon.
Oh.
I wanted to though.
I don't know, like, I'm surprised you didn't want.
Okay. But yeah, okay. Next question is from Marco, and he says, continuing with the previous question, he asks, what method would you use to kill that person?
I already said mine.
I already
Play
said
Lost
mine.
Frontier. That's it. Lost Frontier.
I break Techno's kneecaps with my copy of Tales of Vesperia. And it's like, this is what you get for not beating the game.
Oh!
Oh, dude, he just screwed.
I just did it digitally. He's dead.
Oh!
Oh, you know what I would do? I would, this is how I would kill myself. I would ride one of those chocobos on the track, and for some reason it just
Fatal
started-
accident.
Yeah, fatal accident, and it was like, that's how I would die.
The chocobo took a hard turn right, jumped off the cliff, never to be seen again.
Or the chocobo just turned around and just started eating me for some goddamn reason.
It's like
Front
a
page of New York Times.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's how I would die.
good times.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, Techno's still alive. Oh, okay.
Alright, I'll take
worried.
this one.
He's done screwing.
Alright, let's see. The last question is from Master Machete 909, and this is from Twitter. So he says, what game have you played where some big twist or something happened in the story where it would have been okay with you if the game ended right there, then and there, until the game's sequel? Of course, he lights up a lot. He says, of course,
The novel.
Final Fantasy VII does not count. My example would be Splinter Cell, where my handler got shot and asked, Sam, Am I going to be okay? And Sam, in classic Tom Clancy storytelling, simply says, no, you're going to die. I always enjoy the podcast, fellas. Thanks for the entertainment. So basically his question is there a twist in a game that... Yeah, is there a twist in the game that kept the story going when it would have been okay for the game to end right there, then and there? That's the question.
Yep.
Um...
The little twist in Jak 3.
I was just gonna say that. That was gonna be mine. I'm not gonna spoil it or anything, but it's bad. I hate it.
I was like, what?
Yep. Fist through the TV. So bad. Damn you, Naughty Dog. Ruining my childhood.
I'm trying to think of like it.
I'm trying to think of one too.
There was maybe not a game that like there was a twist that if it ended there and in Tales of Vesperia it shapes up where it kind of has like a false ending, like it gets really climactic to one point and then like you put in enough time and I was starting to think I beat the game like oh this is gonna be the final area. And then something happens and I was like, oh my god, like what? Like that caught me off guard. I'm like, this better not be happening. This can't be happening. I'm like, this game better continue. I actually wanted the game to continue. Because if it didn't continue, I would have a completely different feeling on Tales of Vesperia. I would hate it if it stopped at this one climatic point. So you could tell how big this is. Like, because if it stopped right there, I would have been pissed with the game. But it continued, and thankfully that it needed that. So
the only one that kind of comes to mind right now is Solo Torobo.
Oh yeah.
And there's like basically two stories in the game, and I've already told the story before, I think, that the first story was like 10 hours, and you beat this huge guy, you know, the boss. You think it's the boss at the end of the game, and then it goes into credits. Yeah. And I actually, I got through all the credits, saved my game, and I shut it off. And I found this out maybe like a day or so later, that it's actually a 20-hour game, and I only put 10 hours into it. So I'm like, wait a minute, I beat the thing in half of the amount of time that it's recommended to me? So I went in and started my game up again, and I found out there's a second story, you know, another 10-hour story. And I would have never even known that if I didn't go online and just watch reviews or, you know, whatever I did. So, but yeah, that's one of the games that, you know, after 10 hours, you could stop. You could put it down. I was completely satisfied at that point. You know, I beat the whole guy, and then I was like, oh shit, there's another story. So
yeah, it's actually a really good one. I didn't think about that, but yeah, like I was happy. Same with you. I beat the game. I watched the credits. I'm like, cool. But at the same time, I was like, why are people talking about this game being like 20 hours long if I beat the game in 10 hours? Like, did I speedrun it or something? Like, what's wrong here?
That's what I thought I'd do. I'm like, because like I actually sat down during Christmas break. And I played it like for like 2 days, you know, off and on 2 days, and I'm just like, I just want to get through this game. I like this game. I can't put it down. And like I said, I beat it in 10 hours. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now what? You know?
Yeah.
So.
And it was funny too because I was watching the ending. I'm like, oh my god, they're setting up for like, with the exception of like thinking about the 20 hours, like this wasn't long enough. It was kind of weird. I was like, man, this is perfect for like a sequel. Like this is set up perfect for a sequel. And then like it was the same thing. I beat the game. I'm like, okay, that was a good 10 hours. That was totally worth the purchase just alone, that first part. Then I go into it and I was like, I went into my save again and then it had an option like, here's part 2. I'm like, what? And, like my jaw just dropped. I'm like, oh, okay. This is the replayability. This is why the game takes 20 hours. So. And the second part is amazing, too. It's phenomenal. That's a great game.
Yeah. Did you guys answer?
Yeah, I think we both said Jak 3.
Okay.
Terrible.
Well, that's all our questions, so you guys know what time it is right now?
Oh my god, I'm gonna lose.
Oh yeah.
It's Quick Freeze's My Little Trivia.
Oh, it's RPG thing.
I'm gonna get annihilated.
And as I said, since Dan won last week or 2 weeks ago, he got to pick the theme, and he picked RPGs. So, I hope
Rainy
you...
Sam, too.
I-
2 in a row.
I know, Techno,
Yes.
you better win this, man. Get Dan back.
Dude, I'm not.
Oh, I'm done. I can't do this. This is
Okay.
Well,
Horrible.
Okay, well,
Crappy.
as you guys know, I talked to you guys on Facebook. I tried to make it even. I asked you what RPGs you played, so hopefully I made it fair for at least you and Dan.
He listed...
I wrote a novel
I know.
Yeah.
Dan, you wrote a goddamn book. God,
on the RPG guy.
what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh man.
I had
Okay.
like, what, 3?
Yeah, you had like 4, and they were the same as Dan's.
Yeah. Yeah, so,
All right, well, you guys ready?
let's
I'll
do
try.
this.
Okay, and we're gonna go back. If you guys got an answer, say explosions.
Ouya, say ouya.
Okay, say ouya.
Ouya.
Say ouya.
Ouya.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. Question 1. What is the name of the pirate band that...
Pirate band?
Yeah, well, you gotta let me finish the question.
Like,
Let it finish.
music band?
Let me finish the question.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Ouya, no, okay.
now, what is the name of the pirate band that V's and Ica belong to in Scales?
Skies of
Arcadia.
I have no idea.
Damn it!
Techno shit
Let me
out.
think.
This is like set up for you, man.
This is a technical question.
Yeah. The Blue Rogues.
You gotta say ouya.
Ooh yeah.
Okay.
Blue Rogues.
What is-
Whatever.
Oh, man.
You got it.
I haven't played that.
Woo!
Alright, hold on. I gotta write this shit down.
Remember, I was watching someone live stream. They were playing Skies of Arcadia Legends recently.
Okay,
What?
so Techno, you're on the board for 1.
Bastard.
Alright, hold on. Okay.
Ouya.
Alright. Okay, answer. Go, Dan. What's the answer?
What is balls? Okay.
Alright. Question 2. Who is the android that lacks emotions but was built to be an acrobatic fighter
Oh,
in Grandia 2?
oh shit.
Oh,
I don't think I played that far.
This is a techno
Yeah, me
question.
neither. God damn it. I haven't played that far.
God damn it.
I have no idea.
Me
No
either.
idea.
I
Jeff,
have no clue.
throwing it out.
Eh.
Yeah.
Clank.
You guys
Jack.
give up?
Jack and
Yeah.
Dexter. No.
Jack and Daxter.
Yes.
Okay, it's Tio.
Tio.
T-I-O. That's how her name is spelled. Tio. Tio.
Yeah, I don't think I got that far.
Okay. So no one got that one right. Alright,
Go back.
question 3. Paper Mario was originally known as what?
Oh,
Wait, what?
what the hell?
Paper Mario was originally known as what?
I don't know what this is asking.
Like the title?
The title, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
no
Was it-
clippity clop.
Oh.
Was it based off a
God.
Japanese game or something? I don't remember. Wow.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
The only thing I could think of would be like stickers or something because of the new one, but I don't know. It's just like, Paper Mario, Cardboard Mario.
Is it referring to like, yeah, the original one had a different name originally?
Yeah, the first
Oh,
one.
okay. Oh, because it's striking a memory because I can't remember, but I swear to God I remember the original one having a different name, like it had a subtitle on it or something, but I can't remember.
You guys don't know it?
Explosions.
It's Ouya this time.
Oh yeah, whatever. Who cares? Paper Mario 64.
No.
What the hell? I don't know.
You guys don't know it?
I give up.
I don't know.
Super Mario RPG 2.
Ah,
Oh, really?
Why did I not say that? I had that in my mind, but I'm just stupid.
Thinking of explosions, that's what happened.
he's gonna break a kneecap.
Okay.
That's bullshit.
Okay. Next question. These are all techno questions. You know that, right?
Oh, it's like RPGs I haven't played.
Okay. What is the name of the train in
Train.
Dragon Quest IX?
Oh, shit.
Oh god. Nope, no idea.
Techno, you've been talking about Dragon Quest IX for like the last couple months.
I have no idea. Throw out a guess.
No idea.
Ouya, Dragon Express.
No.
Ouya. Ouya, Hogwarts Express.
No.
Polar
Ouya.
Express.
Ouya. Whatever. The train.
What is it, Techno?
The train.
No.
Generic name.
Okay. The name is Starflight Express.
Oh my god!
We were
The right
close.
bag.
We were
Express.
close.
I was thinking
Oh
Express.
my... Okay.
Okay, next question. Okay, in Secrets of Evermore, what type of magic is used to combine two ingredients into a much-needed spell?
Oh god. I'm gonna
Oh.
throw out a guess. Ouya, alchemy.
You got it.
Yes. So I was thinking like that's the only thing like
Fuck,
the
I never
alchemy
played
system.
it.
I never played it either, but like
Dude,
usually in
I
RPG
gave you, I
when you
gave you a
combine
clue.
items.
Two ingredients combined into something.
Yeah, usually
Oh, wow.
combining items refers to alchemy in RPG.
Jesus.
I thought Techno would get it because of Full Metal Alchemist or something.
Yeah.
Alright. So, 5 questions in. We're tied. Dan has 1 and Techno has 1.
Wait,
Exactly.
wait.
What?
I thought I had 2.
No, you didn't.
No, you only got 1.
What was
Only got
the
one?
Skies
You
of
got
Arcadia?
Skies of Arcadia question you only got.
Nope.
Okay. Question 6. Name the trademark character that has appeared or has been mentioned in almost every Final Fantasy game, sometimes as a playable character
Shit.
and sometimes as a non-playable character.
Shit.
Ouya!
What is it?
Cloud?
No.
Ouya,
What is it?
Sephiroth.
No.
Damn.
Oh, those are the two ones I was gonna say.
Ouya?
No, you're done.
You already did Ouya's.
What? Come
Alright,
on!
Gotta use
what
your
is it?
Ouyas.
Go for it. What is it, Techno?
Doesn't count.
Yeah, this doesn't count.
This doesn't count. Titus?
No.
No.
Did it?
Did you guys not hear
That's a
the
company. That's an actual company. Game.
Did you guys not hear the question? I said, what is the trademark character that appears or has been mentioned in almost all Final Fantasy games, sometimes as a playable character, sometimes as a non-playable character?
Oh,
So I'm not talking about one game, I'm talking about
Oh!
a series.
Like,
Is it not necessarily a character? Like, is it like a Chocobo or like a Moogle?
It's a character with a name.
Why am I
Oh.
in Kingdom Hearts? Why?
can we go again?
It's
Yeah,
lightning.
I'll let you go again.
Ouya.
What is
Moogle.
What did you say?
Moogle?
No,
Didn't think so.
it's not a name.
I just said that too.
Well, I stole it, and
Uh,
it's not right, so
what's his
you're...
Ouya.
Sid.
Cecil. Oh, damn.
Sid.
Sid. Yeah, who the fuck is Sid? I have like heard of him, but I never know who the hell he is.
He's a jobber character.
No, Sid, sometimes he's a king, sometimes he's an engineer, sometimes in Final Fantasy VII he was, he fought with a spear, sometimes he's playable, sometimes he's not, but
I've heard the name.
there's always a Sid character in Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, like I was playing a Final Fantasy spin-off game that I'll talk about in games we've been playing, but it's a Final Fantasy spin-off game on the DS, and they have a mini game called like Sid's Game or something. I'm like, I don't know who Sid is, but they reference him.
So, no one got that right.
Nope.
Alright, that was a clever question.
Bloody hell.
Okay, next question. In Shining Force 2 on the Sega Genesis,
Oh, God damn it.
what is the name of the main character?
Shit, I don't know. I didn't even know the name of the original character.
Um,
I've never even played
in
it.
the first one?
Second.
In Shining Force 2 on the Sega Genesis,
I've
what
only
is
played
the
the
name
first.
of the main character?
Man, I've only played it first and I don't even remember his name.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't remember.
We have no idea.
You guys give up?
Tap out.
Forfeit.
Yep.
Tap out.
Alright, he didn't have one.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
God!
Nameless
why did-
hero?
You create your own name.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was
Yep.
thinking, because Shining Force, I was like, I feel like I named him. I named him Dan, so I was like...
Yeah, so
he
you
doesn't
can
have-
name him whatever you want.
I didn't know if I should have guessed or not, because I had that in my head.
Alright.
So
Well,
if we
next
said, technically if we
Damn.
said any name, would that have counted? Because it could have been
Yeah,
anything.
it would have been anything.
I could have
because-
said balls, and it would have been right.
Well, no,
It's
you,
true.
I would have. No, you had to say you make it up yourself.
Oh.
You get my point, though. You
Yeah.
dream his own name. All right, next question. Name Red's adoptive sister in Solo to Robo.
Jesus Christ, what's her name? I haven't played it in forever. Fuck.
You both played this, so
I know, it's been a while. I only remember Red and...
Isn't she on the front too?
I think so. Yeah.
Damn it.
The look at box.
No, no cheating.
Hey, I'm not,
It's like halfway
I'm not
across my
clipping
house.
clopping.
Wait, what? What was his question?
Are you not like? Can you not hear me that well?
No, I was reading something.
Are you reading the back of the box?
No, I was reading a message on my phone.
Okay. What is Red's adoptive sister's name in Solo to Robo?
Jesus.
Oh my God! I was
Like half a year ago.
I haven't played
I
it
was-
so long.
I was playing it like a week ago.
It's like some...
It's, does it starts with an A, doesn't it?
No hints.
Well, I don't know it, so I'm just guessing.
Damn, this is like one of the most recent ones I've played too, out of all the questions.
I feel like I should know this, but I only remember
Dude.
Red for some reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
Pete Dorr is probably like wanting to choke us all,
Yeah, break our kneecaps
break our kneecaps.
with his copy of Eco.
I feel like it's like an... I feel like she was named after an object or something, but I can't remember.
You guys give up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dan, you give up?
Wait.
We're gonna
I give
slap
up.
ourselves when he tells
I
us.
know, I'm gonna hear it and I'm like, oh yeah, fuck. Give
I'm
it
drunk.
points. I know it, but I don't know it.
Oh.
Give up?
Yeah.
Yep.
I give up.
Chocolate.
Yes, see, I know it.
Wow.
I knew it was named after an object. I'm like, I
Yeah.
feel like she was named after some sort of object. It's
Candy or
something.
something. I was like, what the hell?
Yes, fuck me.
Screw.
Alright. Next question. Name the full title of the Tales of Vesperia movie that was just
Ouya.
released on Blu-ray.
Ouya.
What is it?
Tells of Vesperia, The First Strike.
You got it.
Damn. Amazing movie, by the way, if you haven't seen that. It won't spoil the game for you. Why? Because it came out a year after the game, but it's actually an origin story. And it's done by Production IG, so they've done stuff like Blood Plus and all that, so it's an amazing film. And
I
it
watched
shows you why Yuri as a character is so fucking awesome. And it shows Repeat as a little puppy, and it's the most adorable shit you'll ever see. Repeat as a puppy, like you can Google that, Repeat puppy. It's cute as shit you'll ever see, but it's an amazing movie, it's funny, it's action-packed, it's a good movie.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah.
Okay. In Sonic Chronicles
God.
of the Dark Brotherhood.
Never played it.
For the DS.
Alright, let me finish.
Shit.
There are 3 classes in the game. Since you guys don't know the classes, I was looking for all 3, but I'll just take one.
Ooh, yeah. I'm just gonna throw one out there.
What is it?
Warrior.
No.
Or yeah, whatever. Fighter.
No.
Ooh, yeah.
What?
Sprinter. Fast.
You were very close.
Damn it!
Alright, the classes are called Power,
Huh.
Shifter, and Support.
What kind of names are those? I'm
I don't
thinking
know.
like Warrior Mage.
Yeah,
So,
that's what
Medic.
the classes are called.
damn you, Sonic.
Okay, this is the last question, and it's the bonus question, worth 3 points. Dan,
Indeed.
you have 2 points. Techno, you have 1 point.
I have nothing.
But you could win, right? Because
I
it's
could
3
win.
points.
So,
I
Yep.
played it.
Dan, you're winning. So if you
Come on.
could lose this if Techno gets it right. All right, ready?
Sure.
What I almost said Final Fantasy. What fantasy RPG was published by Wizard of the Coast since 1997,
Shit.
but was originally created in 1974?
Wait.
My jaw's
Hold on.
dropped.
Wow. That's really hard.
Like game? Like video game?
This is not a video game.
Oh, fuck.
I don't even get what you're talking about.
Ouya.
Techno's having a
Ouya.
seizure.
Hold on.
Ouya.
I'll read it again one more time for you
I
guys.
know it.
What the
All right. You know it for sure?
Yeah.
How would you know something
What is
that's
it?
random?
Magic the Gathering.
You are wrong.
Ah,
What?
Damn, you're out.
Oh my god.
Okay. What fantasy RPG was published by Wizard of the Coast since 1997, but was originally created in 1974? That's the clue right there.
Ouya, I'm just gonna throw out an answer. You said this isn't a game, right? Or
It's like a card
Midas
game.
had a game?
It's a game, but not a video game.
Let's say Dungeons and Dragons.
You are correct.
Damn.
God.
I knew it. I'm like, as soon as
I
you
was-
said Magic the Gathering, the other thing that popped in my head is Dungeons
Exactly.
and Dragons.
I was like, Pokemon, no. Yu-Gi-Oh, no. And I was like, obviously you said Magic, and I was like, I can't think of it.
I know D&D's been around forever, so...
Yep.
That was the clue right there. 1974.
Bam!
Don't touch on.
Champ, Jesus.
All right, so
Open.
Dan wins once again.
Explosions everywhere.
Explosions.
Damn. Fuck you, Dan.
Hey, you
He's
won like
salty.
the first three like straight bets. So.
Yeah. Okay.
About
So again, Dan, you get to pick the theme for next
Oh,
week.
come
Okay.
on.
I was
damn it.
thinking about this in case I won, since I didn't have to be here. Like, so I'm thinking Super Nintendo.
All right. Cool.
Damn.
So you better study up, Techno.
Yeah.
Play all the Super Nintendo games.
Everything. Learn the history of the Super Nintendo.
Every Wikipedia page.
Research time.
Oh,
He's-
I have all SNES games.
He's
ready.
He's pissed.
I
He's
want
ready.
Something fair this time.
That was fair.
Well, yeah, that actually was fair, because, like, even though I play a shit ton of RPGs, it's, like, all RPGs that, like, I haven't played.
You know how hard it was to find RPG questions that both you and Techno know about or played?
Pretty
Oh.
much.
All right. But congratulations,
I
Dan.
feel fucking stupid.
I feel like I should have a-
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have thought of Dungeons and Dragons until you said that. Like, I was like, okay, card game. I'm like, oh yeah, D&D, board game, you know.
There you go.
Wow,
All
that's
right,
awesome.
so that's it. So you guys want to get into games we've been playing?
Sounds good. Get it.
Well,
Ouya.
I've been playing Magic the Gathering.
Wow.
I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I've been playing.
Oh, man.
That's
yeah.
You said that too. Good question.
Yeah. See, I just thought maybe that's it, but nope. Wrong. Been playing some SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Just, yeah. And Jack and Daxter.
Hell yeah.
First Legacy.
No way.
I know. Been trying to 100% that, get all the trophies, and I'm like, I have one in the Snowy Mountain. I have
Yeah.
one precursor orb to
I
find.
hate that. I did the same thing. I went and got a platinum in that, and like the second day it came out, and the two worst parts of that game are the Bogey Swamp and the Snowy Mountain. Ugh.
Yep. Yeah. Sucks. But hopefully I'll find it. Trying to think of it. Solo to Robo, a little bit of that. Solo
Every
to
time I
Robo.
swear I think of Clive
Solo
when you
to
said it.
Thinking of that today.
Solo Robo.
Yeah, because the first time you said it, you were just like talking about it. I'm like, why did it sound
Yeah.
Spanish? Like it was
Yeah,
so
well,
natural.
I rolled my R. Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I was a little
Once
bit
in a
turned
lifetime.
on for now. I'm like, oh.
Oh, man.
Solo Robo.
Solo to Robo? Yeah, something. And
Anything else?
I played on Steam. TF2 because
Pyromania.
Yes, Pyromania update.
Pyro.
The Pyro. Oh my God, the Meet the Pyro video is funny as hell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a pyromaniac. Well, that's who I play in the game.
Yeah, is that like your main class that you play as?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I was waiting so long for that Meet the Pyro video. So they saved the best for last. I played some DC Universe online on Steam and on PS3. I found my disc a little bit like 2 days ago. So yeah, and I think that's about it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Sweet.
What have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing a few things. First off, Gears of War 3, no other introduction, the online. I've been playing a lot, and I actually like Prestige, because there's like a whole Prestige mode thing, getting some achievements in that. Also been playing Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, both on the PS3 and Xbox, because I have PSN Plus, and I was going to buy it on the 360 anyway, so I just still bought it. So it's pretty much the same game on both systems, but a little bit more on the Xbox, because I got some friends on there who play it. And funny enough, today, when I was playing, I actually got in a ranked match with Jumbo Junkie, and he absolutely destroyed me, and I was super salty. But yeah, he's really good at the game, and it was pretty fun. And what else have I been playing? Oh, I've also been playing Gran Turismo 5 on the PlayStation, and I've been playing it in 3D. Most like the other games on the PlayStation I've been playing, and this game is awesome. And I'm not really a big realistic racing guy. Of course, I've played Forza and stuff. I'm more of a Mario Kart and Sonic and Sega All-Stars racing guy kind of guy.
Oh yeah!
Awesome. Hell yeah, that game is sick. I can't wait till Transform. That's gonna be awesome.
Dude, you know what's awesome
What?
about
New character.
the new one?
What?
Ice is in it.
Oh yeah, dude. I
And
can't wait for
Joe
that game.
Musashi, the original Shinobi.
It's gonna be badass. I can't wait for it. I'm a big fan of the first one. I hope maybe they'll do some exclusive thing for that, kind of like they did Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know. It should be interesting. But yeah, Gran Turismo 5 is awesome. It's super realistic and has like some of the craziest graphics I've ever seen. Another racer is MotorStorm Apocalypse I picked up, and that's a hell of a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of the other MotorStorm games. And even Arctic, the one on the PS2, I think it's called like Arctic Drift. I haven't played that one. Or I think it's Arctic Storm, I don't know, but I heard that one's pretty good as well and has some good online on the PSP. But yeah, MotorStorm Apocalypse, and this game I'm gonna say is kind of questionable. I picked it up last night, and it kind of breaks up the things. You know, I play a lot of online games and a lot of like racing games and fighters and stuff. So I went out and I picked up NBA 2K12, and I haven't played it yet, but that's going to be kind of the game I play to just play something else. I don't know. I usually pick up a sports game every couple of years or so, and I can't wait to play that. It should be pretty fun. And the final game I've been playing, which you guys definitely have to check out if you haven't done so already, is Pac-Man Championship Edition DX on the PlayStation or Xbox. That game is fantastic.
I have that.
It's
Yeah,
so
I have that.
It's amazing, and I was playing it on the PS3, and I went and I got like 600,000 points in like my first run, and I was just getting trophy after trophy after trophy. That game is a lot of fun. I definitely can't wait to play some more of that, and yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. So
I thought you were gonna say Lost Frontier.
Oh, if you want to, but that game's so bad.
Just forget
I don't
that.
even want to mention it. It's so bad. I
It's
could
not
kill
worth bringing
myself.
it up.
Oh God.
You know, if you like that Pac-Man, it's not the DX one, but if you like the Pac-Man, the Championship one, it's on the Pac-Man Galaga Dimensions on the 3DS.
Really?
Yep, I have it, and I absolutely love it.
Did you play it in 3D?
Yep.
This look awesome.
It looks great.
Hell yeah. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I have it. Pac-Man Galaga Dimensions is my favorite title on the 3DS. I love it.
Sweet. Yeah, it's a great game.
Nice. And I'm like the same with you. Sports games I still buy them every now and then because they're so, like you said, easy games to pick up and play. Like recently I was playing some NHL 2K3 on the PS2.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why? I don't know. I've said this before. I don't know what it is. Hockey games. I love them. They're fun to pick up and play.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite Sega Genesis games of all time is NHL PA Hockey 93. Why? Is because it's top down, but it's got the most balanced computer ever. What I mean by that is it'll give you a run for your money. Like I'll go down by 3 goals and I still won't be out of it. I remember one time I was down by 5 goals, 5 goals to 1 in the final period. I came back and won it in overtime. So it's just perfectly balanced and it makes for really exciting games. So I don't know. I love hockey games, man.
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I have NBA games, college football, and stuff like that.
Did you ever play what was it, NHL 3-on-3 on Xbox
Oh,
Live
yeah,
Arcade,
yeah.
the big heads?
Yeah.
That game was pretty fun.
Yeah, I like those little arcade ones like that too.
Yep.
Yeah, but I guess I'll go. I'll just have a pretty big list since it's been a while since we talked. But played some more Radiant Historia on the DS. Loving that. Not a whole lot, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Making steady progress. I think I'm in 15 hours around there. And this game I picked up casually on 3DS, not expecting much, but then I started playing it. I just had fun because it was a Zelda game that was I didn't have to get too into, but it was fun to play, and that was Zelda Four Swords, which is the one you got for free on the 3DS, and I've actually been playing that. I played through all the 3 levels, and I walked the castle area or whatever, so I actually enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. I love the puzzle solving, and it was more of a score attack game and all that, but I enjoyed it because it's casual, quick pick up and play Zelda, so really, and it's it feels like a Link to the Past or something, so it's really enjoyable. And on the PS2, played a little bit of this game. Not a whole lot. I've had this game for a while and just never played it. I got it for cheap, but I wanted to try it out, and that's Castlevania Lament of Innocence on the PS2. This is a 3D Castlevania game, and for what I played, it reminds me of straight up Devil May Cry or something. It feels like that, but it's actually pretty solid. I actually had fun with it. There's no environmental puzzles from what I've seen, which I kind of would like to see, but it's straight up just 3D. You got different move combos and stuff like that, almost like Devil May Cry. The only big issue I have with it is the camera angle is really poor at times. You start to get walking down a cramped hall, and it's I can't see monsters that are behind me, and I get random hits from random areas because I can't see the whole area. So that was kind of annoying. And also sometimes the battle mechanics seems I'd be aiming in the wrong way sometimes, but not too bad. And it looks pretty good too, so. And then some Final Fantasy love. I played some more Final Fantasy VII, working through it for my backlog. I didn't play a whole lot of it, but what I played was actually probably the most interesting part of the game for me so far, because it really caught me off guard. But you get to this slum city, and it's got this is really weird, and I'm not used to seeing these kind of things in a Final Fantasy game, but they talked about prostitution, and they had a strip club.
I know exactly where you are.
And that caught me off guard. I'm wait, I can kind of see why people like this game, because they're talking about stuff in a Final Fantasy game that they don't do anymore, and that caught me off guard. It was most enjoyable RPG experience so far, because I was laughing my ass off. I had fun, and if you don't know, you get to dress up Cloud, and he has to sneak in as a girl, and there's this weird creepy dude who's he hires these basically prostitutes and all that. It's oh my god, that caught me way off guard. I'm really? Yeah. This is a Final Fantasy game right now? This is incredible.
Yeah. He wants you to make you his wife or something?
Yeah, and I looked at it, he chooses between you and the other girls, so Tifa.
Eris, yeah.
Yeah, Eris. And then he chooses, but I looked it up, and he actually randomly chooses each time. It's not always.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so I was because I looked it up, I'm I wonder if this is pre-programmed, if it'll select the same person every time, but nope, it's a different option, even you as Cloud could get selected as the woman, but it's
So who got selected in your game?
I think it was Eris, yeah.
Oh yeah, so you got Cloud got selected when I was playing last time.
Yeah, it was Eris, so I was wow, this was the most interesting part of the game for me. I had so much fun, especially when you had to get the components to build the dress for Cloud, and you actually get to pick. It's do I want it to be soft or smooth, the dress and all that sparkly, glittery?
You know what's funny too is you could get the bare necessities you need to get into his club or casino, but then you could add to the outfit
Yeah.
Like, you can get, like, a pearl necklace, you
Yeah,
can
I
get
think I did.
makeup, like, you can just get the bare necessities, but you can also add to the outfit. It's amazing.
Yeah, and one thing that I did is, like, once I was all dressed up as a chick, like, I went back to that strip club area because I'm like, I guarantee there's, like, a dialogue option here if I go back as Cloud as a chick. And, like, as soon as you walk in, all the guys are, like, bum rush you and, like, oh my god, you're so beautiful.
Yeah.
All that.
They're all, like, hot and horny for you, yeah.
It's like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, I could not believe this was Final Fantasy. Like, I loved it. So far, that's what I love about it. The charm in general. I love the charm in Final Fantasy VII.
It sounds like I might like this game.
Dude, if you don't play Final Fantasy VII, it's so far from what I've seen and compared to other Final Fantasy games, it's really different, and like that's good. Like it has a lot of charm going for it. It's steampunk style. It feels really cool. The battle music is awesome. Everything, it's worth checking out for sure. It's really good, and like there's a lot of funny moments like between the characters, so it's a really fun game to play.
You can see why everyone wants like an HD remake of that game.
Oh, definitely. And I know people who, might not have a way of tracking down a PlayStation 1 copy and all that and probably been dying to play it. So, still you can check it out on PSN or PC from Square Enix soon. But talk about Final Fantasy, I actually started up another game I haven't played for, like, just because I bought it for, like, cheap. It was, like, $4 a long time ago. It's a spin-off game, and it's a spin-off game geared towards a younger audience. It's geared towards a younger audience who, like, maybe hasn't played a lot of Final Fantasy, but it's a nice way to kind of introduce them to, like, the culture of it. And that's Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo Tales. And this is actually interesting. Even though it's lighthearted, I've been enjoying it. I've been loving it. What it is basically you play as a chocobo, a little baby chocobo, and, like, you're in a town and everyone's chocobos with some other, humans here and there, or just, like, moogles. So it's really super cutesy, really lighthearted, but basically there's like this evil guy who's kidnapped like all your little chocobo buddies, and like everyone's disappeared from the town. So you collect cards, and it's not necessarily an RPG. You explore like areas, but you pick up cards, and the biggest thing is it's got a card battling system, like, I don't know, like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or something. So you fight with cards and you build decks and all that, and it's got like rarity of cards. So like there's like holographic cards and all that are super rare and all that, and you battle with that. And it's an interesting card combat system. It works, like it's color coordinated card combat system, but it's really enjoyable, and there is some in-depth mechanics to it with like the CP gauges and stuff like that. So it's really fun. Like, I'm enjoying that, but the other big part of the game is playing mini games. So it's like really heavy with mini games and micro games, and you play mini games, and it has like silver and gold status, and you get a card if you can get silver, and you get like a super rare card if you can get gold, and you go into these like picture books which have mini games too, and you can find some of your chocobo buddies in there to save them, and you actually have to complete the like storybook in order to progress. So like, maybe there's a fire in your way, you do something in the picture book and it'll like put out the fire with water or something, and that's how you progress. But from what I can tell, it's not a long game. I think I looked up on how long to beat, and it's like probably 12 hours or something. It's fun. You can tell it's for a younger audience, but still enjoyable. And what else have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of Neo Geo Pocket. Maybe it's because I'm on a handheld kick, because I still don't have my TV next week. But I've been playing a lot of Neo Geo Pocket, and I had a lot of fun from what I played. I played some Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure. I'm all the way at the end in that. I love that game because it's got save states. Like, you can pick up wherever you want, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
But Tekno, I wanted to ask you, like, obviously you know Sonic. What is Pocket Adventure per se? Because some of the levels seem similar to Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but it's got like random battles with like Knuckles and Metal Sonic. I'm like, wow, that wasn't Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So.
Well, the music is from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, but has levels of 2. So, yeah, two great things.
Yeah, and random battles with Knuckles, and I think Knuckles, he took me a while to beat, and Metal Sonic was pretty pain in the ass, but it was fun. Like, that caught me off guard because I was thinking like it was 2, and then like here's a fight with Knuckles. Like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. In this game, my God, I went back and played it for a long time. I forgot how damn good it is. It's one of my all-time favorite fighters. SNK vs. Capcom Match of the Millennium. I love it. Like, damn, it's it's good. It's so much fun. I've actually been trying to play through and unlocking some characters actually by beating the campaign and all that. It's got so much charm. I love the style of it. It feels good. It's got a shit ton of other mini games to play, like arcade shooters and music rhythm games. It's a fantastic game. And the music is actually really good. I didn't give the Neo Geo Pocket that much credit because it's only mono, but it's got a headphone jack. So I played with like my high quality headphones, and damn, it sounds good. Like, I love the version of Guile's theme on the Match of the Millennium. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. That's my favorite version of Guile's theme. But oh, it's so good. I love that. And this game, I played a game that I bought for cheap, and I played it for like an hour or so when I got in. I didn't like it, to be honest. Like, I was like, it's okay. Like, it's just like an action-y game. But I actually didn't give it the credit it deserved. I don't think I played it properly. I went back and I'm engrossed in this game. I want to go back and play some more of it. It's a game called Dark Arms Beast Buster. And at first I thought it was just like a typical like action game, top-down action game. You fight the undead monsters and stuff like that. It's actually an RPG, and it's actually a really good RPG. But the reason is, like, I had a hard time with it is because I didn't know you can actually save in the game, and I figured that out. I figured out how to heal, and I started to figure out the mechanics of the game. Like, you collect souls from the undead, and you feed those souls to your weapons in order to upgrade them. So, like, I upgraded my typical handgun into a submachine gun by upgrading it and feeding it souls. And then it changes from day and nighttime, and there's different sequences between day and nighttime. There's bosses, and you gotta solve, like, environmental puzzles. I fought, like, my first boss in the game, and it's a really good game. Like, it's a fun, different twist on RPG. It's like a undead RPG. It's really interesting. And one last thing to wrap up. Speaking of, I know Clive's been playing Theater Rhythm, but this is I tried out the demo for this. I didn't bought the game, but I hope this game doesn't go overlooked because it's actually really good. And that's Rhythm Thief. Rhythm Thief is a game made by Sega, and it's a music rhythm game as well. And it's really good from what I played. The demo only has like 3 sequences, but picture a music rhythm game where it's not always the same. Like, you'll be tapping to the beat on the stylus, you know, touchscreen with, you know, up, down, left, right arrows, one thing, and then the other one you're in a museum trying to like steal something, and you have to tap these posing icons to like the statues that are in the museum, and it's like, it's a music rhythm game where every time it's a new music rhythm style of a game. One of them you're like beating up people, so you gotta press like left and then A button, and you like beat up people to the beat. Really interesting game, and I can only imagine it's got like even more good variety, and I definitely hope, don't overlook it. I know Theater Rhythm came out, but for music rhythm game fans, it's really solid, and the music's really catchy too. So I give Sega props on that. It's actually really good. And the demo's out on 3DS if you want to try it.
That's what I was going to ask if it was on the 3DS.
Yeah, it's on 3DS. It's only cost like $30 when it came out, but like I said, it came out with the wrong competitor. It came out with another big music rhythm game, Theater Rhythm, so I'm just hoping people don't overlook it. Don't overlook it. It's actually really good, and Sega did a really good job with it. Like a music rhythm game with different styles, like all the way through. That way it keeps you intrigued all the way through, and the music's like jazzy and really catchy. Looks good in the 3D effects, so really fun. I really enjoyed that. And that's actually it, so.
Nice.
Bye, but.
Well, I'm going to go through these pretty fast, because I've been playing a lot, like the last 2 weeks. I've been playing some Mario Kart 7 with Holly, Dog by Lens, and a couple other YouTubers. I've been playing some Mortal Kombat on the 360. A friend challenged me, saying, no, I can totally kick your ass in Mortal Kombat. You know, I'm like, no, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. So me and her just went back and forth, you know, so we finally, you know, fuck it. We sat down for like good 2 hours, kind of practice, and then we made our final bout, and it was a fucking draw.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Good. No one's better.
Exactly. We were just like, whatever. But, because she's a girl, she automatically wins, so, yeah. Whatever.
Wow.
I've been playing a PS2 game called Spawn Armageddon. And what this is kind of like a hack and slash beat 'em up game, kind of like God of War. And it's okay. It's not a great game, but it's simply just okay. And I'm actually going to be doing a review on this game, so I don't want to say too much. So I'm going to start working on that review video probably after EVO, so I don't want to say all that much. I've been playing Pokemon Conquest for the DS, and if you guys don't know, this is a tactical RPG with Pokemon characters, and you have to take over 17 different kingdoms to unleash this legendary Pokemon. That's kind of like the main focus of the entire game, and I beat it. It's a very short game. Took me about 10 hours to beat. It's kind of easy if you know what Pokemon element beats what, so you know water beats fire, fire beats grass, etc., etc., etc. It does get kind of challenging though if you don't know, you know, the what beats what in Pokemon, but it's okay. 10-hour game, not bad. Don't really recommend it unless you can find it cheap. Other than that, I've been playing. Oh, like Dan already mentioned, the Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy for the 3DS, and this game probably going to be my favorite game for the 3DS right now. I've put in about 5 hours in this game, and as Dan already mentioned, there's a music rhythm game where you play through songs of Final Fantasy. You know, you tap your stylus on the screen, you do slashes with like up, down, left, right, you know, as like attached with your sword. If you set up different chains and keep the chain going, you can summon different, like, you know, what do they call them? Espers, GFs, Aeons, you know, they're called different things in different Final Fantasy games. But you summon, like, you know, Shiva or Ifrit, you know, the legendary Final Fantasy summons. It's a good game. There's a lot of replayability in it. There's even downloadable content where you can download different songs that were not... Yeah, it's... I think, if I remember correct, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I think the songs are $1.99 each, but every time you download a song, you download that song for the 3 different game modes in the game. So it's not just one game mode, so you get all 3. And it's good. I highly recommend it. It's like I said, it's going to be my favorite 3DS game, I think. And if you are a fan of Final Fantasy music, like I am, it's a must-buy. I can't wait to play more of it.
Aren't there unlockables? Like I heard, like Blinded by Light. It's like unlockable.
There are unlockables. There's tons of unlockable characters. And the way how that works is you have to play through this mode called Chaos Shrine. I only tried it once so far because I don't know that much about it. But it seems like the better you do, you unlock these different crystals. And if you get a certain amount of crystals of the same color, that unlocks a character. So I was talking to a friend of mine. He already unlocked Locke from Final Fantasy VI, and he's super excited because that's his favorite Final Fantasy character. And how the game is set up is you have to pick a Final Fantasy team of 4 members. And you pick 1 member from each Final Fantasy game, either 1 through 13. And you level up like, you know, a typical RPG Final Fantasy game, but really the leveling up system doesn't really do much. Like, it gives you more HP so you could make a lot of misses and still kind of continue the song. Because basically how the game works is every time you hit a note, it's like critical or good or great. But if you miss or kind of like a delay on a note, it'll either say bad or miss. And if you get a bad or miss, that depletes your HP. So, and if your HP goes down to 0, you lose the song. You lost. You got to start all over. So, but yeah, you can like level up, which really doesn't do anything in the game that much. I haven't noticed that. So I don't know what that's all about, but it's a good game. I highly recommend it. I can't wait to play more of it, and it's probably going to keep me busy until Kingdom Hearts comes out.
Yeah, and that's one thing I forgot to mention. Final Fantasy Fables, the cards are all like Final Fantasy summons, so like Ifrit, you know, Cactuar and all that. So like those are the cards you battle with summons.
But the last set of games is all Jak and Daxter.
Hell yeah.
Daxter.
The last podcast I was mentioning, I played Jak 2. I finished that, and Techno. Did you guys finish Jak 2?
Yeah, I've beat them all like 8 times a piece.
I got really far in
It's
2,
hard.
but I never finished it.
It's really hard.
Okay, there you a fucking round of applause, dude. Because Jak 2, I'm telling you right now, is the hardest fucking video game I've ever played in my entire life. Like, no, like, this game pissed me off so much because of the difficulty that I haven't done this since the Sega Saturn. I literally took this fucking game out of my PS3 and snapped the disc in half.
Damn.
Because it pissed me off so much, because it was so damn difficult.
Oh, yeah.
That it, like, I was just set in a endless amount of rage.
That's the thing. Like, with Jak 1, people were like, okay, this is really easy. And then Jak 2, it was, like, super fucking hard. Like, I won't even lie. Like, I beat that game once, and then I went to do it again, and it was still hard. And after a while, like, I've played that game so much because it's amazing. I love Jak and Daxter, so I've beat it so many times that it's, like, not that difficult for me because I know how to do it. But when you first do it those first couple times, it's ridiculous. And I won't lie, I got pissed. I've broken, like, 3 controllers over that game. I'm serious. It's really hard.
I broke one.
It's really hard. Like, it's ridiculous. And I never do that. I take such good care of my stuff. Like, it's ridiculous. But back then, and plus I was a lot younger, too, and that game is so hard. And like I was saying, with Jak 1 being easy, 2 being insanely hard, it's probably one of the hardest games that I've ever played and beaten, too. And then with Jak 3, it's still got a challenge, but it's definitely nowhere near as difficult as Jak 2.
Yeah. Like I said, like, it pissed... I beat Jak 2. I'll tell you that. I beat it. But I got so mad, I
know the part, too.
I snapped... No, it wasn't just one part. It was the entire fucking game.
Really?
Yeah. Like I've mentioned this before. The 2 things that piss me off in video games are timed missions and mini-games. Mini-games that you're forced to play. Now tell me during Jak 2, why the fuck am I playing a whack-a-mole game?
Exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's, like, 3 parts in that game. The one hardest part I'll talk about in a couple minutes, but the whack-a-mole part, it's completely unnecessary. I know exactly what you're talking about. You're in the little, like, bar place, aka, you know, the Otto, and Daxter's popping out thing, and you hit him over the head. I know exactly what you're talking about. And then the hoverboard. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
I'm not playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Exactly. I called it. The game was pissing me off so much. I'm like, you know what? I would love to play Jak and Daxter too, but I'm playing Tony Hawk right now.
Exactly, and it's like, I know exactly. He's like, use the hoverboard to do this, and I'm doing this. I'm like, what? And then he finishes it, puts the thing on the rack, and I'm like, what the fuck was the relevance of that? I'm like, that's so unnecessarily pointless.
You know what? The hardest things in the Jak 2, that this is why it was pissing me off, is because you had to do tricks off the grind rails.
Yep.
During the platforming stages. Like, you'll get so far, you know, you do a couple platformings, and then you have to get on your hoverboard, grind on this rail, jump from that rail to another rail, and then jump back to the previous rail while getting ready to do you gotta hold down L2 to do, like, a super jump to another rail. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this game. And that's when, you know, like I said, took it out, snapped it in fucking half, and anyway... This is what happened. I snapped the thing in half, got in the shower to cool down. 20 minutes later, I was at GameStop buying Jak and Daxter, the HD collection again, because the game pissed me off so much.
My God.
I wanted to beat it.
Dude, it's hard, man. I
know. After buying it for the second time, I sat down for another 5 hours, and I fucking beat it.
Yep.
And when I beat it, angels came down.
Explosions everywhere.
It was a endless grace. Angels came down, a light shined upon me, and I was just, like, overjoyed. I'm like, that was the hardest fucking game I've ever played in my life, but that was a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, it's really hard. Another part that is bullshit is, do you remember when you have to, like, I'm sure you do, it's hard, you get into, like, the turret and you shoot the things that are flying around? Do you remember that? Like, what the hell is that?
I died like 40 times.
Exactly, and then there's another part, the final part I'm going to talk about, is when you have to get on one of the little, you know, the hover things, and you have to bring a package to crew within a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's like, oh, it's so unnecessary. God damn it, Naughty Dog, but that's all I can say on that. It's hard. It is hard.
Well, another thing that really pissed me off is the vehicles.
Yep.
The fucking vehicles. I don't know what happened with Naughty Dog, but they cannot do vehicle mechanics correctly. Like, the car was swerving, I was crashing into shit, I was hitting the fucking cops, and once you hit the cops, they chase after you. It's crazy. But
it pisses
anyway, I beat Jak 2, and I was very glad I beat Jak 2. I'll never fucking play that game again. I beat it. But after that, I played Jak 3, and again, same thing. Not as hard, but the Naughty Dog, I'm sorry, dude, you do not know how to do car mechanics at all.
Exactly.
Basically, you every time I was getting in a car, it felt like I was sliding on ice, and I'm driving in a goddamn desert.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I don't fucking get this. But anyway, Jak 3, I really enjoyed that one a lot. It's probably my favorite in the series so far, because it basically combines the little difficulty of Jak 2 with the great platforming of Jak 1, and they combine them into a great game. So I love Jak 3. And that one wasn't that bad. And then after Jak 3, I moved on to Jak X Combat Racing.
Yeah, alright.
And again, the cars in that game, it's still kind of... The way the cars work in that game is basically a certain car works for a certain type of track. And what I mean by that is, like, there's an ice level, there's a temple level, there's a city level, and maybe, like, one car works great on ice and one car works great in the city. So it kind of prevents you from, like, sticking with one car and upgrading that car to max.
And getting used to it.
Which is kind of great, because you earn money actually pretty easily in this game, so you can upgrade your car quite fast. But yeah, that game kind of pissed me off too. You know, there was a few times where I wanted to break my controller, but I beat all 4 cups in Jak X Combat Racing. I enjoyed it. The story in that game, there wasn't really that much of a great story, but it was okay. I enjoyed it. And so yeah, I beat Jak Combat Racing, and to finish the fucking franchise, I know you guys already said it was bad, but I'm going to be playing Jak Daxter Lost Frontier on the PSP next.
Oh, God. And you know what's even worse? I have that on the PSP as well, and a while back when it first came out, I bought it on the PS2 because I was like, wow, to get on the PSP, I could play it on my TV, and then I got rid of it. I traded, and I was like, this game's garbage, I can't play it, it's terrible. And I never trade games in, but I did with that one, just because I didn't want it in my house. I have a Serbian Film in my house, and Human Centipede 2 in my house, within the same room as me. And I didn't want, the Lost Frontier in there, but I'll have those. It's just, that game is so bad. So I took it upon myself to go on PSN with $20 point card and download it so it's on my account forever. Like, it's so bad. I can't, it's terrible. It's bad.
Well, regardless, that is the next game I'm going to be playing, because I love the Jak and Daxter series so much that I even went out of my way and I got a bootleg copy of the Jak and Daxter movie.
What?
The Jak and Daxter trilogy movie.
Oh, yeah!
Oh,
I've seen that.
wow.
I just, punched the desk. I was like, what the f... But yeah, I've heard of that. And
it's good. It's cool. Have you seen it?
No, isn't that on Jak 2 Renegade, the one in, Europe?
Basically what Jak and Daxter, the movie, was, it was a promotional item DVD that you could get off the Jak X Combat website when, that was still up and prominent back in the day. And basically all it really was, it took the cutscenes from Jak 1, Jak 2, and Jak 3 and put them together in one gigantic movie.
Was it cool? Was it worth buying?
Yeah, it was okay. Basically, it was the cutscenes from the 3 video games put together with kind of like
a catch-up story kind of thing.
Kind of like Daxter, kind of like narrating over some of it. Kind of giving making it seem like he was the hero of the entire series. But yeah, it was kind of fun. I got a bootleg copy of that for $10. It wasn't too bad. So
that's cool.
You can actually go on YouTube and watch the thing for free. But I actually wanted the physical bootleg copy of the disc, but whatever. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Jak and Daxter series because, Techno highly recommended it, and so I want to finish it with the Lost Frontier game.
Go for it, man.
Even though you guys say it's bad, so I'm going to be playing that one next.
Go for it.
But that's it. That's everything I've been playing. I know it's a lot.
Yeah, it's been a while.
God.
How's
Dude, we had 2 weeks, man. So.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
Ooh, yeah.
Pretty much.
what do you guys say? You want to end it? Yeah.
Put
Go for
this
it,
in a
man.
nice bow. Wrap it up.
Yeah. So, cool.
Nice.
And they can find me on YouTube as QuickFreeze4, and that's the number 4. And I also have a QuickFreeze Facebook, kind of like a fan page. You can go there and like me. I do updates on the channel, updates on this podcast, and yeah. What about you, Dan? Where can they find you?
You can find me at youtube.com/nostalgicdan1. I also do have a Twitter, which is nostalgicdan. And similar to Clive, I do have a Facebook page where you can find me as Nostalgic Dan and like me on there. And I do have a live streaming page at twitch.tv/nostalgicdan. What about you, Techno? Where can our fine listeners find you?
Well, they can find me at youtube.com/Mr. Techno Squeak. And I also have a Twitter, which is the same thing. So, trying to keep it all, close together. And I do have a Twitch.tv, which I'm wanting to start doing more streams and stuff, and that is also Mr. Techno Squeak. It's they're all one giant word, Mr. Techno Squeak. And remember the 2 E's. And that is it for me.
And for this podcast, of course, you can find it on YouTube as the Press Start Pod. You can listen to all our episodes there. We will also put a audio version in the description below the video, so you can it'll click that, it'll link it to another website where you can actually download each episode as an audio format. We also have a Twitch TV account where when we do go live, you can join us for live episodes of the Press Start podcast. We also have a Twitter account. Isn't that right, Techno?
Yes, it is, and it is Press Start Pod, all one word.
Right on. And, of course, we are on iTunes. If you guys like this podcast, please go to iTunes, leave a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. And we are on Pete's Game Room Forum, where you can go there, leave comments for each individual episodes, leave comments on the different threads there, interact with different listeners of the podcast. It should be a lot of fun. And if you guys have any future questions for the Press Start podcast, you can either leave us a comment if you're listening to it on YouTube below the video, or you can email us at pressstartpod@gmail.com. Or if you're on Pete's Game Room Forum, there is a thread there for questions, so you can leave our questions there, and we will answer them for future episodes. And we do take audio questions, so if you guys want to do an audio questions, we will play them on the show and answer them.
Also, we do have a Facebook page, so come and like it. It's on facebook.com/pressstartpodcast.
But that is episode 43 in the books. I had to pause there. I was like, wait, what is this?
Yeah, we always have to check what number it is.
43. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Explosions everywhere.
Ooh, yeah!
I don't know what it is about that. His name was just weird. But I love
Ooh,
it.
yeah. What the hell?
That was a great episode. So, again, let's say bye. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Miss
Bye,
you.
guys.
See ya.
I love you.
Guys.
Oh, man.
Remember to screw.
It's screw.
Always.
Screw and ooh, yeah. Go
Yeah.
together perfectly.